the field. The linebackers are a little confused on their matchups. He gets the ball, has the seam, runs up, and he gains about 40 yards after the catch.
Here we go, quick to the line of scrimmage. David throws his handoff now to the running back right side. 35 trying to get past the line of scrimmage. Barely does. Corbin Hendrick on the carry.
Yeah, he had to run around the outside because the defender came in, pressured him in the backfield. He had to run around the lineman. And then once he tried to cut upfield, it was already too late. The blocking had broken down, and he only got the 1 yard.
So quick to the line of scrimmage. Seems like they're going no huddle here. Harlingen South trying to catch Odessa High on their heels early to start this ball game. Torres, pistol formation, sends his man in motion now. Handoff. Hendrick up the middle again. Nothing there. Lots of white jerseys, and they will wrangle him to the ground. No gain on the carry.
On the play.
Yeah, he just ran up the middle, and there were too many white jerseys there to try to get away. And like you said, they just wrangled them together and got him to the ground eventually. But they're going to give him with as much as he could gain so that he got back to the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd down and 10 coming up now for the Hawks. Big pass play to number 88, Brady Bennett. Ate up about 30 yards of the field, and now they're back to their running the football. Pistol formation now for David Torres, throws out to his left. He's got a receiver, but great defensive play there on the edge. Incomplete pass, 4th and 10 coming up.
4th down for Harlingen South.
It was going to be an out route to the left side to their number 1 receiver, Derek Delgado. He was there, goes to the sticks. They usually run that out route. And so the corner does a nice job of fully extending to get his hands in the way of the ball, knocks it down, incomplete pass, and now it's 4th and 10.
4th down and 10 coming up, and looking to check and see who the personnel on the field is. And I do believe they're going to go for the field goal attempt. So they're going to be, the placeholder will be at the 32-yard line, making this a 42-yard attempt for the South kicker. Here we go. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. Looks like it has a distance, and it is between the uprights, and that is good. So South Hawks on the board with 3 within 2 minutes starting this game this morning. I'm going to have to try that. I said night. I said afternoon. It's a beautiful, and we're still morning here in Harlingen, Texas. So 3 points on the board. Harlingen South 3-0 over the Broncos.
Yeah, they really did a good job. You know, the South drive, it was a couple plays, and then the one big play to the tight end, and then it really stalled out once it got into closer field goal range. The Odessa High Broncos really did a good job of tightening up and not allowing them to get into the end zone. So now it's 3-0. Odessa's going to get their first chance with the ball, and we'll see what happens.
You know, so lots of you out there may be wondering, what is Odessa High doing in Harlingen, Texas? Towards the middle of the field pretty much, and really it all has to do with redistricting this year, folks. And so because of the redistricting, Harlingen South is now in a district just with 6 teams, which means they only have 5 district games. So they have to scramble in order to be able to get and fill their schedule so that they can fill this week. And Odessa Midland area was the only district in Texas at opening. So today we have South here playing Odessa High. We have Harlingen High School playing at Midland High, and we have San Benito as well, and I believe they are playing,
I don't know for sure, but I know yesterday Los Fresnos played Permian Basin.
There you go. So 4 of our teams are playing Permian Basin teams this week, so pretty cool. If you're a football fan, definitely Odessa bringing the challenge today. Here we go. Return this one out to the 20. Will be tackled quickly there by a bunch of orange jerseys.
Number 20 for the Broncos.
Odessa High in all white with some red accent, and Harlingen South with those orange and white uniforms looking very reminiscent of the U football team.
Yeah, that's what they really try to resemble their logo after. If you look at the S, it looks like just 2 U's put together, just sideways. So they make the S, but that's what it looks like, orange and green, right?
Orange and green. All right, here we go now. Setting up Odessa High will be at the 22-yard line, and the big senior quarterback for Odessa at the helm. That's Smith, and he's going to throw on his first down. Wide open receiver. He's going to catch at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Nobody will catch him, and this is going to be a 78-yard pass and catch to number 7, Caulfield, the senior wide receiver. And the Broncos, just like that, folks, are on the board. 6 points, 6-3 your score after a quick strike pass and catch to number 7, Caulfield, 78 yards.
And that looks like the same play that Harlingen South just ran when they got their big play, except instead of a curl route and to your big tight end, it was a speedy receiver in the seam. He took off, and there was just no one there. The matchup was off. They threw it to him. He got the 6.
Once he broke past that secondary, folks, there was no catching him. Caulfield was off to the races. And Odessa does tack on that extra point, so your score now is 7-3. 9:43 in the first
Ladies and
quarter,
gentlemen,
and
please
so
turn your
quickly,
attention to the
10
scoreboard
points
for the
within
Senior of the Week,
just a couple
chosen
minutes
for
of
their
starting this
leadership
game
on and off
this
the field.
morning in Harlingen, Texas. Odessa High making the trip from the Permian Basin to take on the Harlingen South Hawks. Next year, Harlingen South will be traveling to Ratliff Stadium in Odessa, the storied, the treasure of Texas that is Ratliff Stadium Friday Night Lights. All right, folks, so thanks for joining this live audio broadcast today. Glad to bring it to you from the booth. Matthew Galazos, Aaron Sines here on the call. Awesome team here working, KHGN, to bring you this broadcast. And what a beautiful morning. Can start off a little bit rainy this morning. Kind of worried as to whether or not it would be delayed, but the rain just stopped. Maybe a little drizzle here and there. And we have some beautiful conditions, nice and cool. Fall weather actually happening here in the valley today. So a little bit of a light wind, a little breeze coming through the stadium. Not much. It'll get a little soggy in a little bit, but that has not seemed to affect, obviously, the passing game as Odessa High and even the Harlingen South with that big connection to Bennett. And then Odessa High came right back and answered in a big way, 78-yard pass and catch for the touchdown. So Odessa High set to kick off now. And here we go, folks. 7-3 your score, 9:43, and it's a short pooch kick. And it will be handled about the 28-yard line, brings it out to the 33, maybe 34. And that is
about the 34-yard line. It'll be first and 10, Harlingen South.
Yeah, they didn't really want to give it to the return man after he really got out. And he actually brought it out to the same spot it looked like, but they didn't want to give it to a dangerous return man and risk anything. So just a short kick, see what they could do with that.
Definitely putting some faith in their defense. Here goes Harlingen South. South again coming in 2-2, Matthew, and against the Broncos 3-1. So they have been off to a good start. They are in district with the Odessa Permian, Midland Lee. And so they have a difficult district. They'll start district play as well next week. Here we go, rolling out to his right. That's Torres. Torres going to tuck it. Nice footwork there. Find some blockers. Zigzagging across the field. A lot of running for a gain of about 3 yards.
Yeah, he ran a lot of ways laterally,
15 for
and then he could only get upfield for those 3. He did make a lot of nice moves, though.
Yep, and it wasn't negative.
Yeah, that's a win. Usually when a quarterback has to make moves like that, it doesn't turn out very well.
Fancy footwork there for Torres. Torres, the big story last year, getting put in as a sophomore, kind of thrown into the fire, as Coach Ritchie will say. And so he's coming out here with some
number 11,
experience
Emilio Quiroz up
under
the
his
middle.
belt. He'll hand it off there to number 11. That's Emilio Quiroz.
On the stop, number 47,
a
it'll
couple
be a
yards
yard
there. Third
gain.
down and 5-4 coming up.
Third down.
And that's the first time we've
For the
seen,
Hawks.
I think, a handoff to, or at least to Quiroz. I know they gave it to Hendricks a couple times, but this time they gave it to Quiroz. He's their shorter, smaller back, but he still has some power. And when he has a head full of steam, you better come at him with all you've got.
Yeah, we've seen him last year. He was out here, I think, even as a sophomore. He started playing a little bit. So he's a small guy, but has a lot of power. And so they run kind of thunder lightning. So lightning will get it again this time. And he should have enough for a first down and more. Great pickup there for Quiroz. He's going to gain about 8 yards on that one. It'll be a first down Hawks.
He did a good job following his blockers, running through the hole between the tackle and the tight end. He comes in, and then eventually he doesn't really get hit until he gets to the first down marker.
First and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line. Lotus will pass, and it is tip drill, and it is intercepted by Odessa after being tipped about 2 or 3 times. Number 11 for Odessa is going to come down with it, and that is going to be a big defensive play for Odessa and a heartbreaker for South, who is really starting to move the ball on this drive.
Yeah, that's number 11, Xavier Minjades, and they threw it to him. The number 11 tipped it, went into Brady Bennett's hands. He lost it. It got tipped from behind back into Xavier Minjades' hands, and then he ended up catching it. So it went through 3 people.
That's tip drill at its finest right there, folks. Here we go. First and 10 now for Odessa. Ball on the 47-yard line. Going to pitch out to the running back. Running back right-hand side. Tries to juke and jive a little bit. Crosses line of scrimmage, but not much more. 2-yard gain for the Odessa High running back.
Yeah, he made a couple moves in the backfield to avoid the tacklers, and then he got upfield, and he could only get really 2 yards, but he did a good job making it from what could have been a negative gain to a positive gain.
Second down, about 8 coming up for Odessa. 7:46 left to go in the first quarter. We're just getting started here, and it is 7-3 your score. The Broncos, 1-play drive, opening it up with a 78-yard touchdown. And so now we get to see that offense come back onto the field, see what they can do. Second and 8 now, ball on the 45-yard line. Waiting for the snap. Here goes Smith. Hands it off to his running back again. Up the middle, trying to find some space. He's going to push the crowd forward, and it should have a first down for the Broncos. What a strong run there for number 26.
And number 26, it looks like Josh Latta. He's
on the stop, number 7.
According to this, he's a captain. He's out there, and obviously he's a big impact on this team off the field and on the field, as he just carried a crowd of about 5 Hawks. I'd say a good 3 or 4 yards to get the first.
Big run there for Latta. Latta now again in that pistol formation. He is alone back in the backfield. He's behind Smith. Smith sends his slot man in motion. That's number 18. I'm sure we'll see him a little bit later. Here we go. Looking to pass downfield. Connects with his receiver out on the outside. Trying to break a couple tackles. Does not.
Complete to number
2. Gains about 4, maybe 5 yards on that.
Stop, number 21.
It looks like it might have been a semi-designated screen.
It'll be about a 4-yard gain.
They give it to him just in the flat. Number 10 was there trying to block. And then eventually the man that was covering number 2 got caught up to him.
All right, folks. Here we go. 2nd down and 6 coming up. 6:33 left to go in the first quarter. 7-3 is your score. Broncos ahead, and they are charging now. Pass out to the outside. Number 7 puts his head down, and he tries to get past the defender. That's Tyrone Caulfield, who had that huge 78-yard reception earlier, and he should have the first down, Matthew.
Yeah, he had it. He got the ball, got hit about, I'd say, a yard short. Then put his helmet down, put his head down, and really took the defender by storm, powered through him, and got 3 more yards. So now it's a new set of downs.
All right, here we go. Smith now, lone person in the backfield. Shotgun sends Caulfield in motion. We'll hand it off. Pitch to Caulfield. Caulfield fumbles it. It's on the ground, and I think Caulfield will recover it as well. He jumps on that one.
On the field,
very slippery conditions. We talked about the little bit of rain earlier right before the game. It's got to get some water on that football. Even though that artificial grass dries quickly, it's still going to be a little slippery out there.
Yeah, we can't see it from here, but all the fans that brought umbrellas have their umbrellas up. So it looks like it might be raining a little bit right now. The ball's probably getting a little wet. I'm not making excuses, but there are some reasons that a receiver couldn't handle the pitch very well.
Sure hands Caulfield on that one. Just not. It was a clean exchange. Just dropped it in the ground. So here we go. 2nd down and 12 coming up for Odessa. A very similar play developing now. Now it's a handoff up the middle.
Ball carrier number 26.
And that's Latta up the middle. He'll gain about 3 yards.
On the stop, number 5,
3rd down and 9.
Alexander.
They made a couple moves, but the right side of the line was just, it looked like dominated from Harlingen South at the beginning as they pushed back.
It'll bring up 3rd down.
Tried to make a couple moves to get out of it. Couldn't make anything work. I'd say he gained about maybe 3 or 4 yards with his footwork.
3rd down, 9 coming up. 5:05 left to go in the first quarter. 7-3 is your score here. The game is slowed down. We had 10 points within the first 3 minutes or so of the game, and it has definitely slowed down a little bit. But nonetheless, Smith looking to pass, looking to connect with the receivers. Got a receiver in the end zone, and he reaches and catches it. That is a touchdown. Broncos to number 20. That's Charles McClure. And the Broncos go up another 6. 13-3 is your score now with 4:49 remaining in the first quarter.
And he had a man right behind him. It looked like number 22 for the South Hawks, Enrique Alvarado. And he had a man right behind him. They throw it. He throws it in the perfect spot to where only the receiver can get to it. Alvarado tries to reach across and get to the ball. Couldn't reach it. And so now touchdown Broncos. And it looks like the extra point's going to be good. So 14-3
extra point
with
is
4
good.
minutes, 49 seconds left in the first quarter.
Suffers a crippling disease.
Ever again.
This close. We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close. If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
To that they tried to, however, and it was intercepted and really stalled out that drive. So South seems like they've got the energy and the juice, if you will, to try to make something happen here.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. As like you said, the offense looks like they've been doing a good job, really kind of moving the ball, making methodical drives. Just a couple mistakes here and there. You know, the running plays, it just gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. They couldn't win their battles there, and then the interception. Just simple things that slow down a drive.
Here we go. Field it at the 5-yard line. That's a kickoff. Oh, puts his head down. puts his shoulder down about the 11, 12-yard line or so, and South will have a long field to work with.
Yeah, he got the ball. He ran over a man,
Orlando,
but he didn't get that many yards.
just across the 10-yard
it looked really
line.
cool
It'll
when
be
he ran
first
over
and
the
10,
man.
Harlingen
Definitely
South.
So 1st and 10, the ball will be on the 12-yard line.
The ball will be
4:44
at the 12-yard line.
left to go here in the first quarter. 14-3 is your score here, as Odessa High has had 2 successful offensive drives that have put some points on the board, both of them touchdowns. South first drive out, moved the ball, but then stalled out. I think it was a 42-yard kick that was good. It was really impressive for a high school kicker. And they're going to go to work here after an interception last drive to try to get some of that mojo back. Here we go now. Pass out to the outside. Number 12 catches it out to the 16, maybe 17-yard line.
Completion to number 12, Gabriel Perez, to the right-hand side.
Just a quick screen out to Perez, and he gets the ball.
On the stop,
Makes a
number
move,
20
comes
for
inside,
Odessa.
then goes out to the.
It'll be about
goes
a
out to the
5-yard
edge
gain on
towards
the
the
play.
sideline.
Second down.
Tries to get as many yards
South.
possible. It looks like they're going to give him 7.
Yeah, 7 yards. Better than what it looked like initially. Okay, it was just a few yards, but he gets 7 on that one. So second down. Now they're going to see now it's 2nd and 5. Now they fixed it. Here we go. 2nd and 5 now, handoff. That's Hendrick up the middle, and he's going to be pushing
Ball
forward
handoff to number
close
3,
to that
Corbin
first down
Hendrick up the middle.
yard mark, but I don't think he'll make
Picks
it.
up about
They're
2
down coming
yards
up.
before being
Yeah,
stopped by
it
number
looked like he
20
started stumbling
for
pretty
Broncos.
early, and he just tried to keep his legs moving, tried to keep himself upright, but eventually got taken down, and so now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and a short 2, maybe a 1 coming up. They're going to hand off to Hendrick. Hendrick gets hit in the backfield by number
Ball handoff to
48.
number 3, Corbin
and then
Hendrick.
he's going to stop him cold
Middle
right
of the
there. That's
backfield by number
Cade
48 for the
Mendoza.
Broncos.
What a big
bring up a
tackle there. It's going to
4th
bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, it looked like all the blockers went to the right side of the field. They pushed their men to the right, and he went left, and immediately the middle linebacker read that play and just stopped Hendricks dead in his track and brought him down.
Charles McClure now back to return this punt. He's lined up at the 43-yard line, their own 43-yard line, Odessa that is, and so barring a bad punt or anything
Punting number 83,
out of the ordinary, this should actually be some very good field position for Odessa High. Kind of a rugby-style kick on this one, letting the team get downfield, and he's going to go in and fair catch it. Excellent looking punt right there. You know, that rugby style kind of extends the play, so it allows that team to get downfield, the punt team, and they're able to stop him right where he was. So ball will be down about the 46-yard line, and Odessa High will go to work.
Yeah, I'd say that was about a 45, 50-yard punt as he was back. It looked like inside his own 10, and he brings it out to the Odessa High 46-yard line. So that's a good-looking punt for Harlingen South, and now gives them the most field they could have started with.
Trey Smith now back again in the quarterback position, going to take it himself on the option. Read option. He'll be tackling in the backfield. That's number 42 on the tackle. Doing a great job there is Hunter Butler, and he'll get him for a loss.
Yeah, Butler didn't bite on the fake. The running back looked like he might have had it, but then he saw the quarterback had it, went towards him on the option, and took him down.
It'll be a yard loss on the play, 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. Odessa back to the line of scrimmage now. 2nd down and 11 coming up. 2:36 now in the first quarter. 14-3 your score. Odessa High leading. Smith waiting for the snap now. It's going to turn quick pass out to the outside. Receiver has one man to beat, and he'll force him out of bounds. That's number 2 on the reception, Julian Galindo.
45-yard line.
And bring up a 3rd down and about 2 coming up for the
On the
Odessa
stop, number
Broncos.
21.
Yeah, and not really mentioned on the play, Caulfield was on the other side, and he really did a good job holding his block. I think he actually took him down and really gave Galindo the chance to work with and room to go, and that got him an extra, I'd say, 5 or 6 yards.
3rd down and 2 now for Odessa. Handoff up the middle. Nice tackle in the backfield, but he will be drugged past the first down marker, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Broncos, gain of about 4 yards.
Bronco 1st down.
And that's something you want to see in a running back. You know, you get hit in the backfield, but that doesn't matter because he can really just either way turn it into positive gain by leaning forward and not just being taken down, being stopped in his tracks. You know, he's still pumping his feet, and it forces the tackler to have to bring him out.
1st and 10 now. Smith by himself in the backfield now, waits for the snap, looks downfield, wants to pass. He's waiting for an open receiver. He's going to take it with his feet now to the outside. He's got to get that edge, and he does, to the 35, out around the 32-yard line, right? Try to stretch across that 1st down marker, and I think he got it.
That was a really good run by Trey Smith. He ran out to the left side. He still had his eyes downfield, couldn't find it. He went out, and then all the defenders, they couldn't catch him, just couldn't catch up to his speed. He got to the sideline, made sure that he didn't get hit. Good for a quarterback. He reaches out, and it looks like they're going to put him a yard short.
Trey Smith, a senior quarterback now, 2nd down and 1, so he didn't quite make that first down marker, came close. He's in the shotgun formation now. Lone back in the backfield, looks downfield, wants to pass, sets up, lets it fly. He had the same route, that long, deep slant route there, just overthrew him just a touch.
Yeah, he had I'd say half a step on the defender as it was there, and it was 2nd and 1, so that's your time to take a shot, you know, because you know you can probably get this 1 yard on 3rd down. So they took the shot, and like you said, just a little overthrown, just outside the reach of number 2, Julian Galindo.
3rd down and 1 coming up now for Odessa. 1:49 left to go in the first quarter. They're up 14-3 over the South Hawks. Handoff up the middle. A quick little move there, and should have enough for a first down. Odessa will keep the chains moving. First down, Broncos.
On the stop, number 63,
he made the cut, and he got what he needed. He got first down. He got into the trenches, got his about 2 or 3 yards, and then was taken down.
1st and 10 coming up for the Broncos now on this beautiful Saturday, still morning here in Harlingen, Texas. Odessa High making the long drive. Next year, South will make the long drive to Odessa. Here we go. High snap, recovered by Smith, though, and he gets hit hard as he tries to get into the teeth of that defense.
Keeper, number 4,
and he's down, but he's up. So a nice pickup of 3 yards, but it paid a pretty good price for that one.
I don't know if I got the correct look at it, but I think that was David Cortez, number 7, coming in and laying that boom on him as he tried to take it up the middle, and maybe he'll think twice next time.
Yeah, he's been able to run pretty freely so far tonight when he has chosen to run. The thing I do like about Trey Smith is that he makes his choice very wisely of when to run, when to tuck it, and when to stay in the pocket, and he's shown a lot of just restraint with that. This time he'll pass out to the outside. Receiver number 2 catches it, and he'll scamper out, try to get around the outside edge. Julian Galindo, I think he'll be just short of the first down marker.
Forcing him out, number 21.
Galindo made a move on one of the Harlingen South cornerbacks, and he couldn't bring him down. Got to the outside and almost got to the sticks, and it looks like they're going to mark him about a foot short.
Really, really short coming up. Broncos, I think we're going to have 3rd down and inches now as the Broncos move to the line. 45 seconds left to go. Clock to stop as the receiver went out of bounds. Here we go. Smith now waiting for the snap. Gets it. He's going to go option. Takes it himself up the middle. Breaks a few tackles down to the 9-yard line. That's a first down and much more for the Broncos. And Smith this time, he's able to penetrate that defense and get more than enough for what he needed. First down, Broncos.
A good job by the offensive line for the Odessa High Broncos to really make a hole for him to run through. And then he fakes the pitch, gets the secondary kind of confused, goes up the middle, breaks a tackle, and gets all the way inside the 10.
Here we go. Trey Smith now. Takes a snap. Little pitch here. That's number 2 on the outside, who usually catching these little outside patterns. And he's able to take it on the end around.
Left-hand side.
Comes really close to that goal line, but going to be short about a yard or so.
Number 36.
Yeah, they got it, and they really did a good job with their offensive line scheme as they all came out to the left side to help block for that end around, and then got him as many yards as possible. And they gave him 8, 1 to go. And that's the end of the first, so they're going to switch fields.
End of the first quarter here in Bogus Stadium, and it is still morning time. 14-3 is your score. Broncos over the Hawks. And what a good quarter we had. Early on, we saw 10 points scored, 7-3, or 3-7, I should say. And the Broncos are able to put on another one and are knocking yet on the 3rd touchdown right now. Harlingen South, aside from that first drive, has not been able to capitalize. Interception, and later not able to convert on 3rd down. So their offense is kind of stalled out a little bit, opening the door for Odessa to open up the score a little bit. But either way, good game here so far. Great first quarter action, and we're ready to start the second.
There's lots to see and do in the Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For over 25 years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Ball and number 26 up the middle. Touchdown Broncos.
Touchdown Broncos now, and that's going to add to the point score. 20-3 now is your score here, as the Broncos pretty easily are able to get across that goal line.
Yeah, that 1 yard wasn't very hard to gain as the offensive line pushed. It looked like pushed the defensive line back into the end zone. So there wasn't really any resistance for him to try to get that 1 yard.
Touchdown Broncos. Going to bring up now 20-3. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So now the score is 21-3 here as the Broncos extend their lead here at Bogus Stadium. Fresh quarter now getting set, and so Harlingen South.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you. Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectible.
If you look at their conversion rate, it's 100% on third downs. It's hard to stop this team because of their methodical drives, but also because they do great jobs on first and second down. Even if they don't get the first down, they do a great job making sure the third down isn't going to be 3rd and 7 or 8 or 9.
Alrighty, here we go now. 11:55. We're just starting the second quarter now. It is 21-3 your score here as the Broncos lead the Hawks here in Harlingen, Texas. Thanks for listening to this live audio broadcast. We appreciate you tuning in, and perhaps you're listening from Midland and your Odessa area, or you're listening from out of state, wherever you may be. Thanks for joining us on this live audio broadcast, our version of Saturday football here in South Texas, and it has been good and fun game to call so far. Kick goes out of bounds. That will be a penalty, and will be brought back out. South will get a little bit of a shorter field to work with. They desperately need to get something going here. They need to put some points on the board, preferably a touchdown, just to kind of stop the momentum of Odessa High. They can do it. I've seen them move the ball early on, other than that interception early, and then just stalling out in the red zone. South has the ability to move on this defense, and this would be a great time to do it, obviously.
Yeah, they really do need to just get some points on the board, start to break down the momentum that Odessa has built. You know, they can't get it all back in one drive. They can't have that mindset. They just have to try to narrow it down now.
Here we go. David Torres now. And talking about that momentum, and that was just a bad snap. Fumble.
Ball recovered by the quarterback.
They're going to be drilling back about 10 yards on that one. So that is not what you want to do as of what we were just talking about.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to help the overall goal of this drive that we set. So now it's going to be 2nd and 20 off the bad snap. Went off to his left side. Couldn't get a hold of it, went down, and they had a man in motion. It looked like they were going to run an end around to Montalvo and give it to one of their speedy receivers, but now it's a loss of 10, 2nd and 20, and now this is going to be interesting play calling for Coach Ritchie.
Here we go now, 2nd and 20. Try to get at least half of what you lost. Here we go, handoff in the backfield, and it does a good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, but not a whole lot more there. About a gain of 4 yards, and that's a new running back in that we haven't seen yet, number 34. That's Orlando Muniz.
Yeah, Muniz takes it up the hole, and then he runs into the secondary. And there were three Broncos there to meet him. It wasn't just one man that he had to try to muscle through. No, there were 3 men, and that's not a it's not a recipe that you're going to usually win.
Number 88, big time mismatch out here. That's Brady Bennett on that small cornerback. You got to get the ball to him somehow, get it up high where only he can reach it, but definitely a key here on this drive, I believe. Here he goes. He's going for Bennett. Bennett catches it, and he takes a big hit but holds on to it. A nice pick up there for Brady Bennett.
Yeah, they gave it to him. He ran the out route that we usually talk about on third downs. It wasn't enough. It looks like he's about 3 yards short, but they're going to keep the offense on the field.
4th down and 3, and they're going for it. So they're going to go ahead and say, you know what, Odessa, we haven't been able to stop them yet on the defensive side of the ball. We're going to go for it. David Torres trying to get him to jump. Let's see if they're going to change tactic here when they do not go for the jump. I think they're going to call it timeout and perhaps wait and then go back out with a punt unit. I think they just wanted to try to see if they can get him to jump off sides. Didn't work. So Coach is going to call the timeout. More than likely we'll see the punt unit back on the field.
Source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit colettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
And a little bit slippery here, and so definitely something to watch. Here we go, getting ready. It's a good snap, low. Rugby style, taking a long time around. He's going to take it. He's going to go for it. Number 83, and I think he's going to have a first down. Wow, that was his option, and he took it. Jose Lerma just kept running and running and running, and he never dropped the ball to kick it, and he just took it for the first down marker.
Yeah, it looked like it was a rugby style kick that we see all the time from this man, and he goes out. And he's thinking about it, and he sees everyone go back. He sees the floodgates opening all the way to the other side. And he says, you know, there's only one man. It's a one-on-one. There's a one-on-one on the right side where I'm running. Maybe I can get these 3 yards. He goes. He gets 6. And now it's a new set of downs. And that should spark some life into this team.
That was all Jose Lerma right there. Because it's set up for him to have the option, obviously. But like you said, you know, Matthew, they just kept pushing back and back. He said, give me some more, I'll take some more. He took it all the way up to the first down marker. Here we go now. Torres stepping up in the pocket, and it will collapse on him. He's going to be hit by a few white jerseys. He'll lose 2 yards on that one.
Sack on the play.
And he tries to step into the pocket as the tackles got pushed back, and it really formed a circle around him. He steps in, and he eventually gets taken down
for the Broncos
as it collapses on top of him.
And that punt is going to be something to go and watch again later on, because that was just excellent. It was just really smart of number 83. I'm going to have that one burned in my memory for this whole season. I know that was a good one. He did a great job. That was his option. He took it. So second down now for the Hawks. They want to capitalize now. Torres looking downfield, lets it go, and he just throws it behind his intended target, number 82, Carlos Guajardo, and bring up a third down.
And that's another big receiver if you look out at that. Him, Guajardo, 15, Derek Delgado,
that's right,
and 88, Brady Bennett. Bennett's the tight end, but you have two big receivers on the outside, and those are guys you want to look out for later on if you want to talk about mismatches.
Well, I look at South, and I said earlier, South is one of the physically more gifted teams I think that I've seen so far this season. And I've seen a few teams already, with the Cardinals being one of them. And to me, the South Hawks physically look like a pretty physically gifted team. I think they're just working to put it all together. And a lot of these guys are still juniors also. That's the other part of it. Torres looking outfield. There he is, Bennett again. Brady Bennett on the outside. Sure hands Bennett. And he hasn't dropped one except for, well, I should take that back, that one tip drill. But that was got that off the tail. That's right. So we won't hold that against him.
On the stop, number 3 for the Broncos.
And that's because the defender got his hand inside the ball.
Yeah, that was a great play.
But he held on to it. 4th
and 2. Now they're going to go for it, or going to do the same thing again. Waiting to look for the sideline. It looks like they're calling a play this time.
Yeah, I don't think the punt will work this time.
No, they're inside Odessa High territory now. Ball's on the 48-yard line. And they're going to go for it now. Quick pass. Oh, in and out of the hands. And this is going to be a penalty on the defense. He just got there too soon. He hit number 15. That was number 15, Derek Delgado. And that's going to be a flag.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that was Christian Ochoa. He came in. It looked like he tried to meet him as soon as the ball got there, so he could jar it loose, but he hit him a little too early, and you could see the receiver move forward before the ball got there. Couldn't make the catch. They're going to call it pass interference, and it's going to be first down for the Hawks.
I mean, it was literally split second too fast of a hit. I mean, it was going to be a great defensive play, but just because he got there a half second too early, it gives the Hawks a fresh set of downs. Here we go, first down now. Quiroz, right-hand side, finding a little bit of daylight. Gain about 4 yards for Quiroz.
Emilio Quiroz right over the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's another thing with Quiroz. He does a great job finding a hole.
20 for the Broncos.
We've mentioned he's not the biggest guy, so if he can get into a hole, he can really fit himself in a way to where he can get through any hole. That's what I meant to say.
Here we go. Quiroz now on the outside, trying to find some space. Turns it upfield, gain of about 2 yards there.
Yeah, it looked like he went off to the left side of the field. I thought he was taken down, and then you look, and he's on the right side of the field.
On the stop, number 45.
They pushed him all the way out there. He got those 2 yards.
And
so now it's going to be 3rd and 4.
So, you know, and reading up in preparation for the game, too, again, first time I've actually seen South Hawks. I do know that they kind of run that Thunder Lightning. Corbin Hendrick. They run Corbin Hendrick early on the first drive, but he has not been back out again. They ran Quiroz, and they also brought in number 34, Muniz. So definitely a different change of strategy. He almost intercepted in and through the hands of an Odessa cornerback. And South Hawks, David Torres, very thankful that that was not intercepted.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to force that ball into the out route. We always talk about that's one of Harlingen South's favorite plays on a third down. You know, the out route to try to get the yard, try to get to the sideline, and so you come to expect it. And you talked about the running backs. You know, Hendrick, Quiros, and Muniz, and they run a trio, a tag team. And I talked to Coach Ritchie before the season. We've seen it, and he says, because you haven't been here, he says, I want to run with these three running backs because the best thing in my eyes is to have fresh legs at all times, and all three of these guys are capable of taking this ball to the end zone on any given play. And so these are the three guys we're going to run with. We're going to make sure if the defense is tired, we always have fresh legs in the backfield to keep them tired.
All right, 7:32 left to go in the first half. 21-3 is your score here as the Broncos leading the Hawks, and a great game here. The drizzle has been on and off so far here in the
Southern Beauty Spa and Salon is a perfect stop when looking for a full-service salon. Located in downtown Harlingen at 207 West Jackson Street, Southern Beauty offers full body waxing, spray tans, makeup, massage, and more. Specializing in hair care and offering haircuts, highlights as well. Need nails done? Southern Beauty Spa and Salon is ready for manicures, pedicures, shellac, and solar. A Brazilian blowout certified salon is Southern Beauty Spa and Salon, downtown Harlingen, Texas.
Today that is playing Midland High, and we'll try to get a score update here in a little bit. And also a couple other teams in the district have played Permian Basin either yesterday and or today as well.
And so it looks like they're going to send the offense back out on fourth down. And it's going to be 4th and 4 that they're going to have to work with. They're at the 36-yard line.
Here's Torres now in the shotgun, waiting for the snap, wants to pass. There's the receiver. Nice pass, number 27. There he is. That's Christian Cortez. And he just on a little flat route, wide open, first down Hawks.
And not a lot of people see that because he's really the fullback in all their formations. And so he runs a flat route, a good play call, as no one really expects to throw to the fullback to be the first option, but they give it to him in the flat. He gets the first down. Good play call.
Here you go, Torres now. Gonna fake the end around. Wants to pass. Screen being set up for Quiros, but incomplete pass. Either way, white jerseys all over the place.
Yeah, I think he might have purposely threw it a little behind him so that he could save him a nice blow, and actually probably would have made it a negative gain for the Hawks.
Yeah, the screen was getting set up there, but it just looked like Odessa sniffed that one out. We're all over the place in key position, so that, like Matthew said, even if it would have been caught, he would have been hit quickly. So 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Hawks now. Is this the time, right, to send your tall receivers into that end zone, throw something up, and they'll practice here a little quick out route to number 12, Gabriel Pettis, incomplete pass. 3rd down coming up for the Hawks.
Yeah, he had him on the route, and he just threw it. It looked like a little too high. It looked like maybe it would have made the receiver a little defenseless. And so he goes up for the ball. He feels the corner coming, and I think he just thought about too many things at once, couldn't bring the ball down.
7:07 remaining here in the first half, 21-3, and the drive was kind of stalled out with a couple incomplete passes. But we're ready for the Hawks to continue trying to get some momentum back in their favor, trying to get some points on the board. Rolls to his left, wants to pass, tucks it, lets it go. What a beautiful catch by number 15. He gets up in the air and brings it down, Derek Delgado, and he lands on his back numbers. Watching this replay here, what a beautiful pass and catch. And the effort to me goes to the wide receiver on that reception. Wow.
And he's one of those big receivers we were talking about. You know, throw it up, try to let him make a play. He gets the ball.
That is a Harlingen South Hawk.
I'm sorry. He gets the ball. He falls inbounds right on the hash marks on the left side. Just a great catch. Not a great throw, but it was a great position to where only Delgado could get the ball.
1st and 10 coming up for the Hawks now. Not 1st and goal yet. Ball is on the 14-yard line or so. David Torres now going to look to end around here. Option. Oh, what a big hit there. Big stick up the middle. Number 2 ends up getting it. Austin Montalvo after about 3 people faking to get it. And all of that and will not gain him anything, perhaps even a loss of 1 or 2.
Yeah, really just gave him a lot of options to work with. And it might have been a little too confusing for the defense to really react. So they gave it to one up the middle, and that's where everyone was.
Second down, 13. 6:32 left to go in the first half. It is 21-3 your score here, as the Broncos still well in command so far. Torres wants to pass. Here's Bennett in the end zone. Throws it up for a minute out of his fingertips. That was the play call right there. Excellent defense by number 15 of the Broncos. It's going to be Darion Rangel. Bennett up in the end zone, just couldn't come down with it.
Yeah, it looked like the pass was a little out to the side, but that's where you want to put it, to the back corner, to where the defender can't really reach around and get his hand on the ball. It looked like it just went off the fingertips, and it was a good play call, good throw, just wasn't executed well enough.
Okay, so that's going to bring up a third down and 13 now for the Hawks. No big rush getting back to the line of scrimmage. 7 on the play clock, though. I will say that the Hawks only have 1 timeout remaining. Down to 2. 1, they snap it. Torres now. Bennett open right there in the middle. He's going to drag a few defenders forward and be really close to that first down marker with his forward momentum. What a great play there. Taking advantage with that big tight end / receiver Bennett.
Yeah, there you go. You called it the mismatch. He goes to the middle of the field. They throw it up to him. Not really up, but up to his face mask, to where not really anyone can get to it, per se. And he gets it, goes back, powers through.
It'll be first and goal.
And now he's down
South.
at the 3-yard line. They're going to give him first and goal.
So first down awarded to the Hawks there. Bennett really all effort on him to push that pile forward and get that first down. Here we go now. David Torres under center this time. Going to hand it off to his fullback up the middle. Going to try to pump his legs, get forward, gain him about 1 yard. That is 1 yard for Christian Cortez. Say loose ball on the field, but I believe he was down by contact. Second down and goal
for the Hawks.
Yeah, they give it to him on the right side. He tries to follow his tackle. Couldn't really get anything going there. Pumped his legs, and so they give him a yard. Now it's 2nd and 2 to go for 6.
5.5 here to go in the first half. 21-3 still your score. But with this score possibly coming up for the Hawks, they could cut the lead almost in half. Would be something that they would consider valuable as they get ready to go into the halftime locker room status. Here we go. Torres down the shotgun formation. Sends his man in motion. Here it comes handoff. Quiroz up the middle is going to pump those legs. Will he? No, he will not. Defenders overwhelm him. Gain of a yard with forward progress. We got a 3rd and goal coming up now.
3rd and goal from the 3.
Yeah, they're going to give him, now it's 3 yards to go for 6.
24.
3rd and goal. They bring in, you see the subs, they bring in some big receivers. They brought in Brady Bennett. He's out there on the right side. You see Derek Delgado. He's back after making that big play down here on the left side.
Here we go. Torres now. Shotgun going to roll to his right. It's a passing play. Dumps it off. There he is in the open. To number 27. Touchdown. Christian Cortez. The fullback running the flat pattern that he got a first down on earlier in the drive. And it is a touchdown for the Hawks. They put 6 on the board. 21-9 now the score as the Hawks put a touchdown on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and all the linemen roll out to the right side. You see Quiroz, he makes a nice block in the backfield as he really slows down the corner or safety that was coming in to the quarterback. And you see Christian Cortez, he's actually behind the line of scrimmage and behind the offensive line, and you can't really see him. I don't know if that makes sense, but you can't see him as a defender, and so you don't really think of him as a receiver. And then he gets the ball, and he pokes out of somewhere. He peeks out, and it's in the end zone.
Kick is
the extra
up,
point, number
and
83,
the extra point is good. So just like that, 21-10, now your score.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
This drive might have lasted 16, 17 plays. They had, it might have been 2 or 3 separate 4th down conversions, 1 or 2 3rd down conversions, and then the touchdown had to happen on 3 downs. So if you want to talk about a lot of time to rest and stay off the field, that was as good as the offense could have done for them, and just a really good, solid drive. A lot of risks, but they all paid off in the end as they got all 7.
And I tell you what, the big play for me on that drive was that punt where the punter just chose to take it, run it. They gave him the space, so he took the space, and he was able to
their own 20-yard line.
Sprint past that first down marker, and that's really what kept this whole drive alive. And with that, kind of created a momentum, and they were able to capitalize on that and then get in the end zone. So here we go now. Odessa High coming back onto the field. They will have 4:39 remaining. They do have all 3 of their timeouts left to burn for this half, so they are in good shape, and especially as well as they have been moving the ball tonight. They definitely have everything that they need to put another score on the board. South will have to tighten up here. This defense is going to have to dig in, and they're going to have to make something happen. Here we go now, and we are ready to roll. We do have a new quarterback, Gonzales, in the... Oh, that's a fumble on the play. That is a fumble on the play. Waiting for the officials. Nope, they're going to say he retained it. Second down.
Recovered by the Broncos, second down.
No, it looks like that's a new running back, as it's Senjan McGarity.
Yep, there you go.
Right, and so he had the ball. He goes upfield. They hit it. I was watching the good camera work right here, and they hit him right where the ball is, poked the ball loose, but number 50, the center, finds the ball and immediately dives on it. You couldn't even tell if it was a fumble.
Second down and 9 coming up now. 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter, first half slash. Here we go. Still a new quarterback in. They're going to give it to number 26 on the outside, trying to make some space. So that's the storyline here. Cameron Gonzales, the senior quarterback, is
Ball
in
carrier number 26 to the right
for
side.
number 4, Trey Smith.
David Cortez.
So now it looks like they're bringing in a rushing
third down and 7
team,
for the Broncos.
Try to get this second quarter over with. Going to halftime, 21-10, and if I'm not mistaken, they will get the ball at halftime in the second half.
And everybody else, all starters are still in the game, so I don't think it's like a second string switch. Oh, what an open receiver in and out of his hands to Julian Galindo, who we have called his name a few times. He got downfield, folks, and he was wide open in an open space of coverage there, just in and out of his hands, incomplete.
And that was another good throw by the senior quarterback. We said Cameron Gonzales, and I thought maybe it would just be a rushing team, but he came out. That was a nice throw that he had right there.
Well, you have Cameron Gonzales that's backing up Trey Smith, both seniors, and both great-looking athletes. So definitely not losing a step with this switch off for whatever reason it is that they made that switch. So for those of you all listening back home in Odessa, not sure if it's because of injury or that's just what Odessa does. We haven't seen Odessa this year, so it could be that they just switched some personnel in and out. But either way, it's going to end up in the first turnover on downs for Odessa today.
Yeah, this is the first time we get to see the punt unit and the punter.
All right, timeout Odessa. 4th down and 7 is the call with ball on the 28-yard line, and scores 21-10. South, on the other hand, depending on what happens here on the call, I'm assuming, but I've assumed wrong before, obviously, that Odessa will come back out with a punt unit. Now, we have seen one punt conversion for a first down, so anything can happen. But either way, should Odessa punt and should Harlan South recover that, they'll have ample time to try to make something happen themselves. So definitely a good setup for South, and the defense has really answered the call.
And this is a different offensive team than we've seen in the past from Coach Ritchie. Usually they rely on the run, the bully ball, but we've seen David Torres. He's had a lot of attempts today. Usually, and we don't have the specific number, but he's used his arm a lot this game. So I wonder if we'll continue to see that going on throughout the game.
When I interviewed Coach Ritchie earlier before the season started, he was definitely had a lot of confidence since Torres had been in his system last year and then 7-on-7, and so definitely not surprising to see that he's airing it out a little bit more, and then you can have both aspects of the game, run and pass. You got yourself in good shape. Here we go now, nice looking punt, and it'll be fair caught at the 37-yard line about, and that's a fair caught there by number 12 with the Hawks, Gabriel Pettis. And the Hawks will have 3:14 left to go in the first half with one timeout remaining, and they're down 21-10 to Odessa High.
And you have those big receivers that you can go to on near the sidelines, and you can throw it up. We saw it over here on the left side, and third. It looked like I think it was 3rd and 4. They throw it up to Delgado, and he just jumps up, adjusts his body, and comes down with it. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the big receivers out here try to create mismatches.
Here we go now, 1st and 10, ball on the 38-yard line. Torres, pump fake, wants to get the release. He does, up high again for number 15, Derek Delgado. But it looks like he was all wrapped up by the defender, Matthew.
And there we go. The big man, they throw it up. It got the defender a little nervous, and that's Christian Ochoa, the defender of the corner, and he wrapped him up. There was no way Delgado could get off the ground. He was so wrapped up, and so easy flag to call.
Defensive pass interference, 15 yards.
And it is confirmed.
It will be defensive pass interference, and that's the second big call that has continued drives now for Harlingen South. I do think there's something to the mismatches, you know, and it's very rare. Let me say it's very rare to say that one of our Harlingen teams / Valley teams has a mismatch on wide receivers to cornerbacks. But Harlingen South has got a couple tall receivers, and I think they're trying to take advantage. Here we go. Handoff. I believe that's Corbin Hendrick, right? He's going to go out past the 40-yard line. And he just bully runs like you're talking about. Big run there for Corbin Hendrick.
And the first time we've seen him back since the first drive, and he makes his impact felt with his fresh legs. He cuts through the hole, pushes down a man, He just drags the defender a good 3 yards, and now it's 2nd and 1.
Second and a very short one for the Hawks, and Hendrick will get the call, but he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, actually behind, and he'll lose 2 yards on that one. He gets hit, stood up quickly.
45.
Okay, I think that's number 45, Michael Gonzales, the outside linebacker. He comes in, and he just meets him right at the line of scrimmage, and
it'll be third
they're going to
down
mark it
and
actually
3.
behind the line of scrimmage. It looks like 2 yards, and just stopped him dead in his tracks.
3rd down and 3 now. 2:15 remaining in the first half. Hawks have one more timeout remaining. They're down 21-10 to the Odessa High Broncos. There you go. Torres going to roll to his left, and they're going to call it on South Hawks. False start.
Not a way you want to. 3rd and 3. It's 3rd and manageable, and now they're going to make it 3rd and a lot longer than they wanted or anticipated. So 3rd and 8. We're going to see. Do you think it's 4 down territory if you go and you don't get there?
Yeah, I think still being on the Odessa side of the field, sure, I would say yes. Like you said, we believe that Odessa will have the ball. They will have the ball in the second half, and so definitely want to try to make the most you can. I think it is 4 down territory if you're the Hawks. But it's 3rd down and 8 for the Hawks. They'll try to chew up some of that, if not all of that. You got Brandon Bennett one-on-one on the outside, and so that's something to kind of keep an eye on. He doesn't look that way. He looks to the middle of the field, and he just throws it way high.
Incomplete. 4th down.
Again, when you have Bennett one-on-one, I think that should be the primary target. But he tried to force it in the middle that time.
Yeah, you look at that corner over there. He's not a small guy, but neither is Bennett. Bennett's got, I'd say, a good 2 inches, 3 inches on him, and that makes a big difference when you're out on the field and you're the defender trying to catch up to that height.
So it looks like they're going to bring Bennett into that slot position now. I know he's tight end, but I haven't seen him play tight end all night. He's playing more of a slot and the outside. But in that slot position, though, he likes to run that deep slant. Now he sucks up almost a tight end position here. But watch him. 4th down coming up. Oh, quick punt. And so, wow, what a pretty-looking punt there by David Torres. He just sets up. He was in shotgun formation, and he just snap it. Boom, and just
ball comes to the best-looking punt of the night, I think. It'll be 1st and 10. Odessa.
Yeah, that was a good-looking punt. He goes from, it looks like it was 45 yards just down there, and it stops. As soon as it bounces, it stops. So now they're down at the 4-yard line. And if Odessa wants to score, they have 1 minute, 52 seconds to go 96 yards down the field.
It's like a little pitching wedge shot right there, because it just like had backspin to it or something. Just dropped in, stopped on the green. And great job there by the punt unit / offense, I guess, if you will, a quick punt. So here we go now. Odessa's going to be backed up way on their own goal line, and it looks like Smith is back in the game now, quarterback, and they'll hand it off there, get a few yards, try to get some space away from that goal line.
And the pile's still going. They haven't called it dead yet. Wow. So what looked like to be a 2 or 3 yard gain turns out to be an 8 or 9 yard gain. Just a good job by the Odessa Broncos, still pushing forward.
They're going to go quick back to the line of scrimmage now, and they're going to go no huddle. Handoff now, right-hand side. Here comes the running back. Big hit there on the outside by number 7.
Number 26 to the right-hand side.
That was number 26 who got stood up, Josh Lara.
And David Cortez, he comes in from the middle of the field. He stops him dead in his tracks, and it looks like they're going to call him just short. Good job by Cortez not letting him power through to get that first down.
3rd down and 1 coming up for the Broncos now. They're going back to the line of scrimmage. However, they look to the side. Here goes Smith. He's barking out some orders to his offensive line. Personnel change. He's going to send number 7 in motion. That's Caulfield, who had that huge 78-yard reception earlier. Here goes snap. Blitz coming on the edge now. And will he have the first down? I think he will. And more space now. He's on the run now. Lotta on the outside. Flag on the play, though. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, down to the 19, 17-yard line. Goes Lotta, but a flag is back here close to the line of scrimmage that may bring that back. I think it will.
I think I saw a holding on the receiver as he was holding his man, making sure he couldn't turn around and try to catch the running back. And I think if I saw the same thing the ref saw, that's what the flag was on. But either way, good job by Lotta going to the left side, finding space at the line of scrimmage and getting around the edge and just breaking off a huge run. Too bad it had to be called back, but just a great job by the offensive line.
Nice play there by Odessa High, bringing it back with that holding call now. And South Hawks will get to breathe a little bit. 41 seconds left to go in the first half. They're down 21-10, folks, so definitely do not want to give up anything else, especially with Odessa High getting the ball back in the second half. And so they'll breathe easier on that one. Ball will come back, and I think they're going to say first down. Is that right? First down?
Yeah, I think they called the spot foul.
So it's going to be spot foul on that, but they will get a fresh set of downs. That's interesting to me. Not sure how that worked out, but 1st and 10 now after a holding call. Smith now waiting for the call. Option, keeps it up the middle. And I think they're just trying to go to the locker room at this time. They'll probably let this roll down. That'll probably be the last. Nope. There's going to be timeout. I thought they were going to let it roll down, but Odessa steps in, calls timeout. So 27 seconds, timeout call, 21-10. Again, your score.
A+ Uniforms has just what you need for a professional look with quality and a personal touch that will take care of what you need. A uniform is a tool of many professionals, and at A+ they have the variety of choices to set you in motion today. All at an affordable cost and a convenience of a local business. 109 North 3rd Street is A+ Uniforms when you shop downtown Harlingen. A&B's Cafe is just the right spot for your lunchtime or early morning cravings, as they have a terrific menu and environment that make you feel right at home. Be sure to check out the soups and sandwiches of the day. You have to try one of the specialty coffee or cappuccinos with an assortment of flavors that's sure to meet your heart's desire. J&B Cafe also offers small catering jobs and private parties. Open daily, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. in downtown Harlingen at 204 East Jackson Street. Call ahead at 956-425-5282 or stop by. It's J&B Cafe when shopping downtown Harlingen.
We're down in 6 now. 22 seconds remaining, 21-10 your score. Broncos still leading the Harlingen South Hawks. Here we go. Smith wants to pass downfield. He's going to pass, and there he is, number 2. He's open on the outside. One man to beat, but he cannot beat him, number 2. Julian Galindo. And great breakdown tackle there by number 5 the South Hawks, Braden Alexander.
Yeah, it looked like he might have slipped up a little bit on the wet conditions on the turf as he tried to make a move, and then you see both legs come out from under him as he goes down. He could have been taken down from behind, but I think it might have been a slip-up.
That is 3rd and last.
Looking for a great place for a meal to start your day or a lunch plate that will be made just for you? Then stop by 210 West Jackson Street in Harlingen and enjoy El Sombrero Restaurant. Great food prepared 7 days a week and delivered with a smile. El Sombrero brings the taste of authentic food in an atmosphere that is sure to bring you back for more. El Sombrero Restaurant, 210 West Jackson Street, is a must-stop when you shop downtown Harlingen.
Basin area to us, and it hasn't really been the most spectacular sight.
Right.
You know, you see the advantages that they have physically, but Harlingen South really keeping in and holding their ground to an extent.
It's a great game we have here, 21-10. We'll see what the second half does, obviously. But so far, it's been good. So thanks for joining us in live audio coverage. Odessa High now, 14.6 seconds left to go in the first half. Smith can look downfield. Little quick screen setup now. Going to let him run. Let him run. There goes Lara. Lara back to the inside cut. He will be tackled in the middle of the field. That should be the last play of the first half, giving him some prevent defense on that one. And with 5 seconds, they're going to set it. They're going to go. One more play here. Smith snaps it, and he's going to spike it. 2 seconds remaining. Ball is on the 37-yard line or so, 38 maybe.
Yeah, it looks like it's the 38, and I think he can reach the end zone. I think that was the goal.
So, definitely.
And so they're gonna bring in all the big men and try to give it and try to throw it into, try to check it into the end zone. Try to put up some more points.
Well, I tell you what. So South is really running a cover 2. They got 2 safeties back. They're not really running a prevent. They've got their 3-3, kind of a 4-3 slash defense going, so they're not really playing prevent. So Smith's going to have a shot here. He's going to throw it down the field. He's got a receiver. There he is over the middle. That's Caulfield. And they're going to say incomplete. Great coverage there on the outside by number 22, I believe, of the South Hawks.
That is the end of our first half.
Enrique Alvarado. He was one-on-one with Caulfield.
Broncos 21.
Hey, folks, 21-10 your score here from Bogus on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. It's 12 o'clock now. So thanks for joining us. What a great game we've had so far. It is closer than maybe even the score suggests. 21-10. Matthew, what do you like and what do you expect in the second half?
Yeah, early on, the Broncos really had their way on offense. Big play, 2 really good drives. But like you said, the South defense has started to tighten up. They got them on a 3-and-out. And then this last drive, I don't know, it looked like they were just trying to prevent a touchdown. They weren't really caring about middle yards, giving them the short balls. But good job by the defense. The offense finally looks like they've gotten rolling. They can, they can make the plays that they need to. And Odessa, their defense, expect them to come back tightened up and ready to go again. And so Odessa can get the ball in the second half. We'll see what happens there, if they can get a touchdown or if the South Hawk defense can stop them once again.
Exactly. So, folks, we'll be back. Set your clocks for 28 minutes. Put an alarm timer on your cell phone. No school stopwatch. I don't know, an egg timer, whatever it is. 28 minutes from now, we will be back with second half coverage here from Bogus Stadium. Odessa High traveled to town down south to play Harlingen South, and they will lead 21-10 right now here at Bogus Stadium. But we will be back in 27 minutes and 40 seconds. Thanks for tuning in.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph, and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
What's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts!
We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
I opened Alex Ron with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Flowers by Jessie on 208 East Jackson in Harlingen has fresh flowers daily and can range for you for any occasion. Recitals, quinceañeras, bridal showers, sympathy, and fresh flower arrangements. Let Flowers by Jessie handle those special needs or day. Call 956-425-2100. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12. Brighten someone's day with Flowers by Jessie, downtown Harlingen, Texas.
The junior class Duke is Corbin Hendrick. Corbin will be escorting our junior class Duchess, Julia Sellis. The senior class prince is Victor Rignanu. Victor will be escorting our senior class princess, Miranda Aguirre. And now the moment we have all been waiting for, the announcement of our 2019 Homecoming King and Queen. Harlingen South's 2019 Homecoming King is Alexander Castillo. Alexander will be escorting our Harlingen South Homecoming Queen, Bianca Martinez. Please put your hands together for your 2019 Harlingen South Homecoming King and Queen, Alexander Castillo and Bianca Martinez. Ladies and gentlemen, Homecoming is a joint effort by Student Council and our senior class. Student Council sponsor Mrs. Claudia Rogers and senior class sponsors Mr. Andres Torres and Mrs. Melissa Aguirre have spent countless hours making this a homecoming to remember. Thank you to all of our sponsors for their continued support. Homecoming representatives, thank you for representing your club and organization. Ladies and gentlemen, please give all our representatives a hand as they walk off the field. Please enjoy the rest of the game.
Frank's Collection Record Shop has a collection of vinyl records that rivals anyone, anywhere. Located in the back of the Antique Emporium on 123rd East Jackson Street, Frank's Record Shop has been delivering the best sounds from any age or style throughout the years. Records, coins, and more. It's Frank's Record Shop when you shop downtown Harlingen. There's nothing more personal than a homemade quilt, and at GOB Quilts on 102 South 3rd Street in Harlingen, they have everything for a quilter's dreams. Fabrics, tools, threads, and everything else needed for the smallest quilts to the most elaborate imagined. GOB Quilts is a unique source, and it's well worth a stop as you shop downtown Harlingen. Downtown Harlingen has a wide assortment of shops that cater to a collector's dreams. Add Grasshopper for a must-see when you're strolling down Jackson Street. At 221 East Jackson, Grasshopper has a little bit of everything from vintage antiques to specialty collectibles. Displayed with the hands of experience in the business for years, take the time to enjoy what this store has to offer. Grasshopper, 221 East Jackson Street, as you shop downtown Harlingen.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Whoa, what are you doing, man? We're having a commercial without me? Come to the Restore and save some money.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen.
Eric Velarde. Reed Davis. Jarrett Liam Soto. Rebecca Rusek. Christian Posada. Lucero Salceda. Isaac Moreno. Juliana Castillo. And Marisa Davila. The National Merit Scholarship Program is an academic competition for recognition and scholarships that began in 1955. High school students enter the National Merit Program by taking the preliminary SAT National Merit Scholarship qualifying test, which serves as an initial screen of approximately 1.6 million entrants each year. Approximately 1.5 million high school students take the PSAT each year. Of those, 50,000, like 3.3%, are commended scholars. Congratulations to our Harlingen South National Merit Scholar, William Bell. You are truly a step above. Ladies and gentlemen, one final applause for these great, great scholars.
Looking for a new garage door or just need repairs? Overhead Door stands for excellence. With a complete line of garage doors and openers, plus expert service you can trust. Beautifully designed, beautifully crafted, trusted for more than 90 years. Always look for the Overhead Door logo to be sure you're getting the genuine, the original Overhead Door.
Overhead Door of South Texas. Look for the red ribbon, 956-787-DOOR.
Looking for a special style and a perfect outfit for any day, any place? Then walk through the doors at Quell Boutique and see a variety that takes you back in time right into the best of today. 112 East Jackson Street is home to a unique store loaded with an assortment of just about anything you can imagine. Clothes, accessories, and service with a smile. Quell Boutique and shop downtown Harlingen.
This close.
We're this close.
We are this close.
Of uncertainty.
To making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with a taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop downtown Harlingen today. Fans, if you're looking for that special something that has anything to do with your favorite teams, then Sports Fans on 111 East Jackson in Harlingen is the stop to make. Fully licensed pro and college team collectibles and an assortment that grows each and every day. Check out the Facebook updates at Sports Fans. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 6, and Saturdays, 10 to 5 at 111 East Jackson, or call ahead at 956-425-7600. It's Sports Fans when you shop downtown Harlingen. A+ Uniforms has just what you need for a professional look with quality and a personal touch that will take care of what you need. A uniform is a tool of many professionals, and at A+ they have the variety of choices to set you in motion today. All at an affordable cost and a convenience of a local business. 109 North 3rd Street is A+ Uniforms when you shop downtown Harlingen.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit colettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
opened Alex Roll with the intention to give people in Broadville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Flowers. East Jackson in Harlingen has fresh flowers daily and can range for you for any occasion. Recitals, quinceañeras, bridal showers, sympathy, and fresh flower arrangements. Let Flowers by Jessie handle those special needs or day. Call 956-425-2100. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12. Brighten someone's day with Flowers by Jessie, downtown Harlingen, Texas.
Frank's Collection Record Shop has a collection of vinyl records that rivals anyone, anywhere. Located in the back of the Antique Emporium on 123rd East Jackson Street, Frank's Record Shop has been delivering the best sounds from any age or style throughout the years. Records, coins, and more. It's Frank's Record Shop when you shop downtown Harlingen. There's nothing more personal than a homemade quilt, and at GOB Quilts on 102 South 3rd Street in Harlingen, they have everything for a quilter's dreams. Fabrics, tools, threads, and everything else needed for the smallest quilts to the most elaborate imagined. GOB Quilts is a unique source, and it's well worth a stop as you shop downtown Harlingen. Downtown Harlingen has a wide assortment of shops that cater to a collector's dreams. Add Grasshopper for a must-see when you're strolling down Jackson Street. At 221 East Jackson, Grasshopper has a little bit of everything from vintage antiques to specialty collectibles. Displayed with the hands of experience in the business for years, take the time to enjoy what this store has to offer. Grasshopper, 221 East Jackson Street, as you shop downtown Harlingen.
There's lots to see and do in the Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For over 25 years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Whoa, what are you doing, man? We're having a commercial without me? Come to the Restore and save some money.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today,
Setting up Odessa High will be at the 22-yard line, and the big senior quarterback for Odessa at the helm. That's Smith, and he's going to throw on his first down. Wide open receiver. He's going to catch at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Nobody will catch him, and this is going to be a 78 first down Hawks.
They did a good job following his blockers, running through the hole between the tackle and the tight end. He comes in, and then eventually he doesn't really get hit until he gets to the first down marker.
1st and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line. Lotus will pass, and it is tip drill, and it is intercepted by Odessa after being tipped about 2 or 3 times.
Took the defender by storm, powered through him, and got 3 more yards, so now it's a new set of downs.
All right, here we go. Smith now, lone person in the backfield. Shotgun sends Caulfield in motion. We'll hand it off. Pitch to Caulfield. Caulfield fumbles it. It's on the ground, and I think Caulfield will recover it as well. He jumps on that one.
On the field, recovered
Very
by
up. 5:05 left to go in the first quarter. 7-3 is your score here. The game is slowed down. We had 10 points within the first 3 minutes or so of the game, and it has definitely slowed down a little bit. But nonetheless, Smith looking to pass, looking to connect with the receivers. Got a receiver in the end zone, and he reaches and catches it. That is a touchdown. Broncos.
You're going to usually win.
Number 88, big-time mismatch out here. That's Brady Bennett on that small cornerback. You got to get the ball to him somehow. Get it up high where only he can reach it. But definitely a key here on this drive, I believe. Here he goes. He's going for Bennett. Bennett catches it. And he takes a big hit but holds on. Okay, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 13 now for the Hawks. No big rush getting back to the line of scrimmage. 7 on the play clock, though. I will say that the Hawks only have 1 timeout remaining. Down to 2. 1, they snap it. Torres now. Bennett open right there in the middle. He's going to drag a few defenders forward and be really close to that
goal. And they bring in, you see the subs, they bring in some big receivers. They brought in Brady Bennett. He's out there on the right side. You see Derek Delgado. He's back after making that big play down here on the left side.
Here we go. Torres now. Shotgun going to roll to his right. It's a passing play. Dumps it off. There he is in the open. To number 27. Touchdown. Christian Cortez, the fullback, running the flat motion. That's caught.
Already 11 points, 2 scores to start off the second half.
A couple of questions to be answered here in the second half is, of course, what adjustments were made. Harlan and South really starting to tighten up on that prolific Odessa offense from the beginning of the game. Will Odessa make yet other adjustments? And also, of course, we talked about adjustments on adjustments. So, a lot to be told here in the second half. I'm excited to bring you this live audio coverage. Thank you for listening in, tuning in from wherever it is that you are. If you are from Odessa, welcome here to the second half, and we are underway. Odessa will return this one out to the 5, 10, now the 15. Makes a nice move, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40. One person to beat, 50-yard line across to the 40, 35, 30, 20. He will go all the way. Number 17 for the Odessa Broncos, Alex Perales, will not be touched. Touchdown, Broncos.
Yeah, he comes out, runs right up the middle, follows blockers as he gets hit. Oh, and there's a flag on the field. You see the yellow amidst all the green.
Wow.
But still real good blocking. We'll see if the flag had anything to do with that, but he got out untouched all the way out there. Touchdown, but waiting for the Whitecap to give us the official ruling, but I do think it's going to be coming back.
I'll tell you what, I was following him all the way to the end zone. What an amazing athletic performance there. And then turn back to my left and see this flag on the field, and it looks like the Harlan South defense is getting ready to go. So it will come back. And I tell you what, folks, that is a huge, huge blow against the Broncos. And it'll be holding on them. And so that will bring it all the way back. So that huge excitement there to kick off the second half negated by a holding penalty. So Odessa will come back, waiting to see where they're going to spot that football. It's going to be around the 30-yard line, and they'll go back to work.
Yeah, that's a big blow for Odessa, as they thought they had a free 6 points right there, and now they have to come back. The offense thought, well, now it's time to take a break, right? And now they're coming back out. Thankfully, they had all of halftime to break. So they should have a lot of energy coming out now. First down, and they're going to spot at the 20-yard line.
So, again, kind of to paint the picture for you again, Odessa coming in 3-1 against Harlan South 2-2. And really looking over halftime, and I think all but one of Harlan South's district foes are playing Odessa, Midland area, Amarillo area opponents this weekend. So got one going on right now with Harlingen losing to Midland High, and Midland Lee in town against San Benito a little bit later. So The Odessa Midland Permian Basin area definitely in the valley today. What a run there by number 7. That is a speedster. That is Caulfield, and he's able to break past a couple defenders.
Number 7
First down to start off here for the Broncos.
Yeah, you said Caulfield made a couple moves, got away from the arm tackle of the two Harlingen South Hawks, sped away from another, and then got the first down. It looked like he gained about 14 or 15 yards on that catch and run.
Caulfield again, for those of y'all who were tuned in the first half, 78-yard touchdown reception for him, and definitely one of those ignite type players for the Broncos, and so they'll look to go to him again. Here we go, Smith on the pitch out, and I think this is Lara trying to get some space on the outside edge, and he does.
The ball carrier
but
number
he's met
26
quickly. There's number 7 will get another big hit, gain of 2 yards before number 7 David Cortez, the sophomore, lays a good hit.
It'll be about a 2-yard
he was running out to the right.
Second down.
He was just trying to find as much space as he could, and then he eventually ran out of space, had to try to cut upfield, and was taken down only 2 yards of a gain, so now it's 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8 coming up now for the Odessa Broncos. And earlier we did notice that Trey Smith started the game, has played most of the game for Odessa. However, for one drive, Cameron Gonzales came in. They went 3 and out, and so he's back now. Smith will give the handoff. That's Lara, who's had a pretty good game.
The ball carrier number 26
gains about 3 yards on a big push there, but 3rd and 5 coming up.
On the stop, number 61, Jacob
He just runs right up the middle.
Gains about a yard and a half.
As many yards as possible, and
it'll
got
be
the
3rd
3.
down and 5.
That's about it.
Broncos.
So now 3rd and 5, and we talked about 3rd downs earlier on in the first half. I don't know if you were tuning in, but a lot of their 3rd downs have been 3rd and 1, 2, or 3. Now it's 3rd and 5. It's a little more yardage to gain, but we'll see what happens here.
Here we go. Shift in motion now. Shotgun formation. Looks to the left. Wants to pass. Smith, he does. Out to his receiver. Catches it. Makes a nice move. 1st down and more for number 2, Julian Galindo. And he's going to pick up about 10 yards on a 1st down.
5, Brayden Alexander.
He runs a little short,
right at midfield.
I guess, hitch route, 3 yards. He comes back. They give it to him. And the safety was the one supposed to be playing this, blocking the seam route that could have happened, a deep route. And so when he comes back, the safety tries to come in and make a play, make sure he doesn't get the 1st down. But he comes around, makes a move, and gets about 6 yards or 7.
1st and 10 ball at the 49-yard line now. And here goes Odessa. Quick screen. Pitch out to number 5, the receiver, speed receiver on the edge there.
5.
And he's going to gain about 5 yards before he's even touched, and he'll go down. I think this number 5, that's a new name for us. That's Auden Amons.
It'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, and another thing you see from the South Hawks, they're really playing back. They're not allowing big plays, but they are allowing the short throws. You saw the 3-yard throw right there beforehand in the screen, and he had a lot of room to work with. Just a good open field tackle.
Here we go. Empty set now. Trey Smith alone in the backfield as he awaits a snap. He's going to run it on himself. Quarterback draw right up the middle. Pushing the pile now. Close to that 1st down marker. Just a little bit short.
Down to about
bring up a 3rd down
and a half yard
for Odessa. Smith on the keeper.
On the stop, number 36.
Yeah, here we go again. Another 3rd and 2 situation here.
Number 36,
short.
Gonzales.
As they're going to have if they just run their normal offense, they should be good.
3rd down.
With how they've been really working the ball, working the clock, working the line. They've done a really good job so far.
Not a big hurry to line of scrimmage. I'm going to go ahead and note the new quarterback. Well, not new. We've seen him already tonight. That is in number 8, Cameron Gonzales. He's also a senior. He's going to run this one to the right, trying to find space. He does. Turns it upfield. He'll have enough for a 1st down and more.
To the right-hand side.
You mentioned earlier, Matthew, perhaps when they want to run the ball purely,
number 36,
they'll bring him in, number 8, Gonzales, although we did see him have a nice arm as well. But maybe that's the key. He's a running quarterback. Smith, or they'll change of pace, if you will, also.
Yeah, and you see his frame. Smith kind of looks like a bigger quarterback. Yeah. He's standing tough in the pocket. He can break a tackle in the backfield if he needs to and make a nice throw. But you look at Cameron Gonzales, and he's a skinnier dude, but he's tall. He's got those long legs that really can push him out of the pocket and really make you pay with his legs.
Listen, you're at 6'2", 180. Here we go. Down the field, wants to pass. And it's going to be incomplete. I think that's going to go against Harlingen South. I saw that the shoulder got turned, a little hook there. And so that should go against the defense. That's going to give Odessa a fresh set of downs.
Pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, they threw it over the middle. That deep slant route that you always bring up from the slot. He goes out, and number 7 knows. I think he thinks there's no way I'm going to be able to stop this one. So he pulls him back and says, I'll give you 10 yards, 10 or 15 yards, as long as you don't get the touchdown.
So 1st down and 10 coming up on the 20-yard line. And so 8:45 remaining in the third quarter. This has been a little bit slower moving for Odessa, yet they have been efficient, and they continue to move the chains downfield. Ball on the 20-yard line, the Hawks 20, and Odessa again up 21-10. Handoff, Lara up the middle. He's going to break tackles 5, and this is going to be a touchdown for Lara and Odessa High Broncos. And really, he just shakes off a couple of arm tackles. He breaks loose, and then nobody was catching him from behind. So Lara now gets into the end zone, I believe, for the first time. That's her first rushing touchdown of the night, I believe, as the first 3 came on all passes. So 27-10 is your score here with 8:39 in the third quarter.
And you look in the replay here. As soon as he got past the line of scrimmage, he just needed one man to really make a move on. It was number 14, Israel Balboa. And I think it was the safety. He came in. He tried to make an arm tackle. A lot of broke out of it, and was just open space from there on out.
Kick is up, and it is good. So that's going to be 28-10 is your score here on that rush by Mr. Lara, number 26. He's a senior for Odessa High. And, of course, we talked about Odessa coming out in the second half. And really the adjustments that we saw was they just ran the ball a little bit more there and able to move the ball efficiently. There was...
There's lots to see and do in the Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For over 25 years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Here today.
And you'd think after a morning of slight storms or slight rain, you'd think it'd be really humid and kind of hot outside, but it's actually a really nice September afternoon here. And you could feel it, the weather changing, so thankfully it's not just burning hot out there, you know, heat of the day around 12 o'clock. It's not just burning hot out there for these players, so that's always a good thing whenever it starts to get cooler down here in the valley.
Exactly. Odessa definitely coming at the right time. Here we go now. Kickoff should be returned. Going to be fielded around the 4-yard line out to the 5-10 now. 15. Nice cut there to the 20. Swung around, tackled at the 22-yard line. I think that's number 34 who had a carry earlier, Orlando Muniz. And Hawks will start about the 24-yard line as they are down 28-10 to Odessa High Broncos. Today here in non-district play, final non-district play, tune-up game, if you will, before district starts in 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is it. The next game that Harlingen South has is against Los Fresnos.
Correct.
And it is here at Bogus Stadium. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's the 12th.
Yeah, 2 weeks from
12th.
Yesterday. Mm-hmm.
So that's this is it. This is the tune-up. And then they have a week of practice, a week of solid practice to get into the district mindset. And then it starts the real season.
All right, 8:33. Here we go now. Torres slings it out to the right-hand side.
Complete to number 12 to the right-hand side.
Gain of about 2 yards for Gabriel Perez.
Gabriel Perez
try to set up a screen, but a good job. You see all the white jerseys flocking towards the ball. As soon as it's let out of his hands, you see all 3 defenders run from the middle of the field all the way to the right side, making sure he can't get anywhere.
Second down, about 8 to go now, with 8:10 remaining in the third quarter. Just getting started. Thanks for joining us again on this live audio broadcast, and it's been a pleasure to bring you this game. Great non-district matchup here today, and it's been good so far. Here we go. Handoff now. That's number 34.
He
just had the kick return.
Up the middle.
That's Orlando Muniz, and he'll gain about 2 yards in that carry.
Gains about a yard before being stopped by number 15 for the Broncos.
Get any work going there, and I think they're going to rule him. Maybe give him a yard.
Yep.
I don't know. We'll see, but it is going to be 3rd and long once again for the Harlingen South Hawks.
3rd and long, that's right. And they got into a couple of these situations early on in the first half. And definitely, that was kind of the difference we talked about, how Odessa would get into 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. South finds themselves in 3rd and 7. So a little bit of a difference there in the 2. Oh, wow, he'll be sacked in the backfield. Thankfully able to hold on to the football. As number 15 was able to get to him. Quarterback sack, 4th down and about 15 coming up, maybe 16.
Yeah, they bring the pressure. Number 15 comes up the middle, and on the roster that they gave us here, he's listed as a strong safety, probably maybe playing up, but he came up right up the middle, brought the pressure. You don't expect a safety blitz. He comes in and just takes down Torres way deep in the backfield. So now 4th and 15, they're going to be punting from really close to their end zone.
I tell you what, definitely, looking for a spark somewhere here on the field, and really from both teams. Both teams, you know, kind of, I don't know if it's a Saturday game or because of the rain or whatever, but just really kind of even keel, right? And so looking for that spark, that momentum. I will say that the punter brought it earlier. That's Jose Lerma, number 83, and this time he's not going to, wow. So I was about to say,
snap, it goes into
talk
the
about
end
how
zone.
earlier on he had that where he chose to run it. Well, this snap goes over his head, folks, and he's going to kick it out the end zone. So that's going to end up being a safety, I believe, as he smartly does that to not give up a touchdown, right? And so it goes over the head, snap. Punter just does the smart thing, kicks it out of the back of the end zone. Safety, though, so that's going to add 2 points to the Broncos, which will make it 30-10, and Harlan South will have to kick it off to Odessa High.
So now 6:30 left in the third quarter, and, you know, rare to see a safety, but over the head of the punter, went out, like you said, he kicks out of the back of the end zone. And, you know, a lot of times you see, when you see like punter fails on YouTube, it goes over their head, they're in the end zone, they try to pick it up and scramble, try to make a throw, or try to kick it and just gets immediately blocked and recovered. So he just kicks out of the back of the end zone. He says, you know, to make the smart play. He's made a lot of smart decisions today.
I agree.
You don't really see that out of a punter.
The first one he ran for the first down, and even this one, kicking out of the back of the end zone, is a smart play to do. You know, and so he definitely has a good head. He's a junior, Jose Lerma.
There's lots to see and do in the Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For over 25 years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Possible returners here for Odessa High. We've got some speed on the field now, so Odessa High, of course, has a hands team up front, though. I'm looking here, they got a couple running backs, a couple receivers, just in case. I don't know, we'll try something sneaky here, but here we go. Getting ready for the kickoff. It'll be a pure long kickoff here. Will be fielded about the 26-yard line, not just the 30 now, 35, 40. Nice move, 45. Already improving on the return, number 20, already good field position, down to about the 46-yard line. So this will have a pretty short field to work with. 82, Carlos
this is usually what you see. This is probably the field position they would have gotten out of the punt that was originally scheduled to happen, but under dire circumstances that didn't end up happening.
And there's an additional 2 points now for Odessa as well.
Yeah, so now they're going to come out on offense with 6:28 left, and they've been rolling. You know, 4 out of their 6 drives, and with one, if they didn't run out of clock, they probably could have gotten there. So I'd say 4 out of 5 have been touchdowns.
That's right. Here you go, handoff Lara, left-hand side now.
Okay, number 26
trying
to the
left-hand
side.
Good job there with Harlan South defense, stringing it out. He ended up only gaining about 1 yard on that one.
On the stop, number 75,
he tried to break it out to the outside a couple times, try to get to the sideline. Couldn't get there, and now, like you said, they're going to give it to him 1 yard, 2nd and 9.
Second down, 9 coming up. They're going to call it 8 on the scoreboard. 6:02 remaining. 30-10 now is your score here at Bogue Stadium as Odessa High is starting to roll a little bit. Smith back in the game now. Looks to pass downfield, connects with his receiver number 10. Complete pass
to number 10,
to Zeke Garcia. And he'll gain about 15 yards on that play. First down, Broncos.
And that was a good catch. He got it, brought it into his chest, and it was immediately hit by number 4, Caleb Solis, the safety. But it doesn't do anything for him as he just does a good job holding possession and making sure he doesn't drop the ball.
So number 4, Trey Smith, back in the game again after sitting out most of the last drive. And he's back in. Pistol formation now, handoff, and that's going to be Lara again, right-hand side. I think they're just going to run him
the ball carrier,
for the rest of the game.
Up the middle.
He'll gain 2 on that carry. Lara was able to put the last touchdown on the board for Odessa.
Yeah, it looks like they're not really going to try to go for too much. Yeah, just let's get this out. They got a long drive ahead of them.
That's right. Definitely. And a long district play, too. We're talking about earlier. We'll get back into this in a while, talk about their district coming up. So keeper Smith fakes it to Lara. Nice move on the outside.
Keeper number 4 to the left-hand side.
He'll gain about 4 yards on that play. And Smith showing his feet as well as his arm that has been pretty impressive so far today. All right, so here we go. Third down and 4 coming up. And Odessa High just taking the time earlier, getting to the line of scrimmage quick. Now just really I think it's about clock possession for both teams actually, but Odessa High definitely going to to try to just take some time down, take the play clock down into the low teens, and here they go snapping it. Smith wants to look, he wants to pass. That's Caulfield. Caulfield catching that. Nice pickup, I would say about 12 yards. That's going to be a first down plenty for Odessa High as he connects with his big playmaker, Caulfield.
That's that over the middle slant route that you talk about. Perfect placement right there. Just right in the chest. Made sure number 22 couldn't get his hand on the ball. Just good throw, good catch, good execution.
1st and 10 now, 4:20 remaining in the third quarter. 30-10 is your score. Draw for Smith, and he's going to take a nice hit in the backfield. That's number 5, Braden Alexander, and he'll stop him with just a short gain on that run. Second down, 9 coming up.
It'll be 2nd and 8.
He just ran up the middle. Good job by the linebacker coming in and stopping him near the line of scrimmage, hitting him, making sure he can't get anywhere.
Second down, and they're going to call it 8 with 3:52 remaining. 30-10 again your score here. Broncos ahead. They are now on the 17-yard line of the Southhawks, and so definitely pushing, knocking on the door yet again. Smith, shotgun formation. Lara in the backfield as well. He's going to take it to the right-hand side. Lara lead blocking for him. Finds the edge there. Scampers out of bounds.
For number 4 to the right-hand side.
Gain there, out of bounds, stop the clock. Gain of 4 yards for Smith.
Out of bounds around the 12-yard line, but number 4, Caleb Solis.
And just a good job following the blockers, going out to the right, making the play last as long as possible. If that makes any sense to you all down back, if you can't see it, he was just staying in bounds and staying behind his blocker, making sure he doesn't get really hit until he gets out of bounds, which is smart for the quarterback.
Well, Trey Smith, you know, he can run. You can see him. He's got footwork, but he doesn't really sprint when he scrambles. He kind of he protects himself, number 1. And then he gets out when he needs to get out. Here's Lara up the middle now. He's going to put his shoulder down, pushing the pile towards the goal line, and he's going to cross it. Touchdown, Odessa Broncos, as Lara will not be denied. Drops his shoulders, and he just pushes the defenders back across that goal line. Watching this replay here, just slips up the middle, and he just takes on 2 defenders. Here comes a third, and just doesn't quit. And that no-quit attitude yields him his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. So 36-10 is your score now, pending the extra point.
Yeah, he got in. Like you say, he put his shoulder down. Ryan Castillo, the safety in the backfield for the Harlingen Southhawks, he did a good job. He put all his momentum in, but Lada had just a little more as he already had a lot of yards.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit colettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Southern Beauty Spa and Salon is a perfect stop when looking for a full...
They're District 268. It's almost the complete opposite side of Texas, right? And so what they have to look forward to, Midland Lee is 3-1, Tascosa is 3-1, Permian is 3-2, Friendship is 3-2, Midland is 1-3, but they've played a lot of tough teams, and we've seen it. So we had score updates earlier. Midland was beating Harlingen. It wasn't looking good for Harlingen. I think it was 37-7.
Correct.
At some point in the second quarter. Permian Basin beat Los Fresnos yesterday. They beat them yesterday 56-0 here in Los Fresnos, and San Benito's going to play Midland Lee, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Yeah, I do want to say that Brownsville Hanna was up 2 touchdowns on Tascosa a while ago. So that was one team from District 32 that was ahead of one of these teams, so that was really impressive. I think they're still up. Yep.
That punt, that kickoff didn't go very far.
Orlando Muñiz,
I think he dropped it, picked it up, tried to do something with it, and then got taken down by the feet.
At their own 8-yard line.
7-8-yard line now for the Harlingen Southhawks, and really just needing a spark, needing something to kind of get this offense going again. I'm looking at the energy level, not very high right now on the field. Definitely looking to get something going in. There is a score update. Brownsville Hanna is up on Tascosa 28-13, so in lightning delay. We do have some scattered thunderstorms around here. I do believe they're playing that here in Brownsville. So again, kind of cool, to see these 2 districts match up. This would not happen really almost ever unless it's deep in the playoffs. So definitely cool to see that this year. Quiroz on the outside, little flat pass there, and they're not blowing it dead, so they're calling that as that was a pitch out, not a forward pass. That was dangerous right there. Odessa almost picked that up and walked it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, good job. You look at, I think it was number 7, if I'm not mistaken, for the Harlingen
Ball
South
recovered
Hawks.
by Harlingen South.
David.
It'll be second down.
Actually, I don't know for sure. But a good job by the Harlingen South player, picking up the ball, not giving up, because he didn't hear the whistle blow. You know, like you said, Odessa could have picked it up, but you see one Harlingen South member go out, pick up the ball, and make sure it doesn't go into the end zone.
David Torres is in his end zone now, and he's going to go ahead and gawk that, and he's going to release that.
To number 15,
nice little shot there to
Delgado.
15, Derek Delgado. Gets some space out from the end zone, back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Hawks.
Yeah, Delgado had that
On the tackle,
had the
number
defender
9.
right on him.
It'll be
It was
3rd
draped
down.
like a curtain on a window.
Around the
You know, he
8-yard
was
line.
right there, but just a good job holding the ball, making sure he had possession, and just gaining yards and getting some breathing room.
All right, so 3rd down and 10 now coming up. 2:50 remaining in the 3rd quarter. It is now a 37-10 ball game. So Odessa High has stretched the lead by 16 in this quarter alone. 2 touchdowns and a safety. Here we go. Downfield, Delgado going up for the jump ball, but that was not in his favor there, and that's going to be incomplete pass. Great coverage there by number 3 and 9 for Odessa High. And 4th down, this is dangerous territory. Remember last time they punted just a few minutes ago, the snap went over the head of the punter, kicked it out of the end zone. They're right back in that spot again.
Some 4th quarter scores.
Yeah, they're going to have
Hannah
to.
Eagles 34, Tascosa Rebels 13.
And I think that they just had a score update down here on the stadium. I think if they said 34-13, Hannah is now up on Tascosa.
Here we go now, getting ready for the snap. Dangerous situation. Back deep, pegged in that. This time it's going to be a good snap. Rugby style again. We'll let this one fly. Good looking punt. Spiral coming down around the 45. Crosses midfield to the other 45. Now to the 40. What a punt down to the 30-yard line. That's a long punt. That's, I think, 70 yards.
31-yard line.
75 yards.
Yeah, that's a great looking punt because he was 5 yards back in the end zone.
Yeah, he was in his end zone and kicked.
Looking for a great place for a meal to start your day or a lunch plate that will be made just for you? Then stop by 210 West Jackson Street in Harlingen and enjoy El Sombrero Restaurant. Great food prepared 7 days a week and delivered with a smile. El Sombrero brings the taste of authentic food in an atmosphere that is sure to bring you back for more. El Sombrero Restaurant, 210 West Jackson Street, is a must-stop when you shop downtown Harlingen.
Gain of about 4 yards on that run.
Yeah, he had a fake pump that got me pretty bad. I was already looking at the receiver, and then I look back and he has the ball and he's 5 yards up. So good job by the quarterback selling that fake. But we do have a flag. It looks like it came after the play.
Yeah. It's going to be unsportsmanlike, more than likely. And I couldn't tell who was on. I was going to call personal foul on Odessa. And so I did see one of the offensive guards here mixed up with one of the safeties. And it will go against Odessa. Personal foul, though, on that one. So that's pretty big.
So now they're going to have to work 1st and 25, if I'm not mistaken. So we got a long way to go.
So, again, we do have some personnel shifting in for Odessa High. Looks like their offensive line is pretty much intact. It is. But it does look like they have a couple new wide receivers. They still have Caulfield out there. They still have Galindo, who have been very active tonight. But they do have a new quarterback, new running back, and I know for sure a new receiver. 2nd down and 21. Here we go. Looking downfield now. He's going to tuck this one, wants to pass. Connects with his receiver, number 19, slings it in there to, don't have a name for number 19.
Number 19 around the 35-yard line.
That's a big pickup.
That was a nice throw. He came in, stepped into the pocket.
On
Looked
the
like he was
stop,
going to
number
tuck
4,
it. Saw the receiver
Caleb
last
Solis,
second, steps into it, and fires a rocket straight down towards the kneecaps. And a good adjustment by the receiver.
Unsportsmanlike on 53 offense.
Unsportsmanlike. Again, it's the same player. Same exact player. That's 25 yards of penalties and 2 plays against the same player for Odessa High.
And actually, since that's his second, he's been disqualified from the game. So they're going to have to send him back to the locker room and make him wait until the end of this one.
Yep, there he goes. So it definitely happens in the heat of battle sometimes, kind of lose your cool and then just hard to snap out of it. So definitely going to lose one offensive lineman here, but it looks like they just replenish with another big offensive lineman, so they'll keep rolling. 3rd down now coming up in 21. We're under 2 minutes at 1:59 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The score is 37-10. Odessa High in charge right now, and they off of the second penalty in a row, big penalties. They'll go to work with a 3rd and 21, ball on the 20-yard line, their own 20-yard line. Here we go now. Ready to get the snap here. Gonzales looks downfield, wants to let it fly. Wide open. There he is, Galindo. Galindo makes a move. Past midfield to the 45-40, now to the 35. 2 players to beat out at the 33-yard line. And what a pass and catch there. Flag on the play at the end.
Reception number 2
but Galindo making his presence felt here in the second half.
On the field.
Yeah, you see that he ran the route right over the middle. You called it earlier, cover 2. You know, the 2 safeties. Yep. He runs right in between the 2. No one comes to cover him. I guess they think the other's going to go. And so, wide open.
15-yard penalty.
Wide open right there. He goes out of bounds at around the 30.
Result in the first down. Yeah.
So we have a penalty after the play against the offense. So instead of having the ball on 33 or so, it's going to come out to the 46. So Odessa will lose 15 yards on that, or 10 yards, 15 yards on that penalty again. All right, here we go. Cameron Gonzales, number 8, quarterback, shotgun formation. 1:47 remaining in the third quarter. 37-10 is your score. Ball on the 46. Handoff up the middle. New running back. Get your name here in a second. 2-yard gain for him.
Ball
running back Christian Gamboa. He's another senior running back right there coming in. And so it runs right up the middle to the left side. And we have yet another penalty, and it looks like it's after the play because I didn't see anything during the play.
So you what the white cap has to say about this one. But this will be the 4th penalty block below the waist on the offense. So 4th penalty in a row against Odessa High. That's a frustrating thing if you're Odessa High, obviously. And it's kind of keeping them at bay, though. And so a relief if you are Harlingen South, because this offense is moving now. And this has kind of stalled them out.
I don't think I've seen a team get 4 straight penalties.
Wow.
And
big
still
penalties.
gain 50 yards.
Sure, that's right. That's very true. The net, there's still net gain on it, believe it or not, folks. All right, here we go. First down and 10 now. Ball's on the 41. Handoff, Gamboa, left-hand side.
28 to the left-hand side.
Spins. I'm sorry, that was not a first.
On the stop,
he gets
7,
close to the original line of scrimmage, so that was a 1st and 26. Now in second.
Yeah, it was that.
Confusing because of all this back and forth right
penalties, now. Yeah. And so he does a good job following his blockers. He eventually gets hit. I'd say since it was 1st and 26, he got hit around 12 yards
for the
past the line of scrimmage that they had to work with. So now he's down 14 yards they give him, so 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12, that's a call now. 2nd and 12, 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. Gonzales will go to work. Shotgun formation has 4 wide receivers. Got a spread set. Gamboa in the backfield sends 1 in motion now. Waits for the snap. Here it comes. Looking downfield, wants to pass. No pressure, plenty of time. Connects. Oh, in and out of the hands of his receiver. Great defensive play there.
Pass is incomplete.
By number 22 of the Southhawks. That's Enrique Alvarado.
It'll bring up 3rd down.
And he reaches all the way around, gets his hands on the ball, and it looks like it could have been called for. It looked like there's some contact back and forth there, but he reaches around. It looks like he got his hand on the ball as he was making contact, so no penalty. The ref decides to hold it, keep it in the holster for this next play.
3rd and 12 still. 44 seconds remaining in the third. 37-10 your score again. Gonzales now wants to snap. Looks downfield. Here comes a blitz. Lets it fly. Screen set up now. He's going to have plenty of space to run. Good blockers. First down play for the Broncos. He'll gain about 14 yards, and he will keep the chains moving for the Odessa High offense.
Yeah, some good playmaking there by the running back. He gets it, cuts upfield immediately. He makes one move and then gets taken down from behind, but not until he gets past the first down marker, and he makes sure of that.
1st and 10 now for Odessa. Ball on the 35-yard line, just about where it was at the last huge reception to Galindo. Handoff, Gamboa, left-hand side. Gain of about 4 yards.
Gains about 4 yards on the play.
And here we go again, just running up the left side. Try not to. They're not going to pass too much unless they're in 1st and 25 situations, or 2nd and 25, or 3rd and 21. So they're just going to stick to running the clock out. And speaking of which, it looks like it's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. So as they switch sides of the field.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph. and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Either way, we're starting fourth quarter coverage of this non-district. This perhaps once in a very long time opportunity to see these two districts go to battle. Here we go now, Gonzales, shotgun formation. We'll get going. Fourth quarter about to start. And before we can, another flag on the play.
Well, it looks like they brought a man in motion, but they might call false start.
Offense, 5 yards. First down.
False start call on the offense, so another 5 yards back. And I tell you what, if we could calculate all of the yards that has been charged towards Odessa in this drive, it'd be impressive. I think we're getting close to the 75-yard mark or so. But either way, they've moved the ball nonetheless and taken time off the clock. Here we go. Gonzales now, shotgun formation. He's ready. And we have a timeout, I believe, Harlingen South.
I guess they didn't like.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts. We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
I opened Alex Ron with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
It's kind of funky, you know. He's stepping into it. His arm freelances, if that makes any sense. When he's running, he's kind of flinging his arm around the ball. It doesn't look like he's holding it really tight, and then he just flings the ball 50 yards down the field. It was just a little overthrown for that for that receiver.
All right, third down now, 12 coming up, and we're ready to roll. Lots of passing means lots of clock stoppage. Going to fake the pitch this time. Big hit there by number 42. And he'll go down. Hunter Butler on the hit.
Quarterback keeper up the middle. On the stop, number 42.
Yeah, the quarterback
Hunter
tries to
Butler,
run up the middle, run up the left side. He gets taken down, and now it's 4th down and 10 for the Odessa Broncos.
11:25 and clock is rolling. We're ready to roll here. All right, Odessa High coming in 3-1, so they're off to a good start. This district, or this non-district play, I should say. Harlingen High going to probably end up district. Either things stay the same at 2-3, right? And definitely trying to find the next win, but they're not going to get it tonight, as Odessa is going to roll it down to that goal line. Should be really ready to set up yet another score. What a beautiful pass and catch there. That's going to be about a 33-yard gain.
Player down on the field.
And Odessa looks to be able to capitalize yet another drive.
Like I said, a really good throw, just right in the spot, you know, just right where only he could get it. And we have a Harlingen South player limping off the field right now. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he'll be back within the next 2 weeks. It looks like just a little shaken up there.
Little limp off the field, and you know that's one thing that I just see read about Coach Ritchie saying that they're a little bit banged up before last week, and definitely going to try to get to full strength. You know, you mentioned earlier next week going to bye week, and so you get really 2 weeks of preparation before the next game against those Fresnos, and definitely use that as a time to get your injured players ready to go again. Gonzales now looking for the snap, rolls to his right. Here comes the pressure, lets it go, and he has, look who it is, number 7 in the backfield. I'm sorry, in the back of the end zone, Caulfield. And he will reel in yet another touchdown tonight for Odessa. And Odessa High had some more points on the board. 43-10 your score now.
Touchdown
There
Broncos.
was a man in the backfield. They had a chance to get to the quarterback, but he makes a move. He really stops on a dime, if that makes any if that applies to it. He's running in, stops, makes sure that he can't get an arm tackle, lofts it up to number 7, who's right there. Just good positioning for the receiver in the back of the end zone. That's a touchdown.
Kick is up, and it is good. So your score now is 44-10. Here as Odessa High extends their lead yet again. And Odessa High, running with a couple of personnel that came in here in the late third quarter. And
Flowers by Jessie on 208 East Jackson in Harlingen has fresh flowers daily and can range for you for any occasion. Recitals, quinceañeras, bridal showers, sympathy, and fresh flower arrangements. Let Flowers by Jessie handle those special needs or day. Call 956-425-2100. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12. Brighten someone's day with Flowers by Jessie, downtown Harlingen, Texas.
Harlingen South as they get ready to come onto the field to return this kick.
Yeah, you always want to see them come out with spirit, even if the game seems out of reach. You always want to see the fight and the will to want to just keep going. And that's just how it is with high school sports. A lot of athletes don't play for the next level. They play just for the fun of the game.
Here we go. Kickoff now, ready for Odessa. And it's going to be high. We returned, and we brought about the 15-yard line out to the 20 now. Makes a nice move to the 25.
On the return,
and we're down about the 27-yard line. And be marked down there. And here goes Harlingen South. So we'll be checking out Harlingen South. Looks like they'll come back out with their starting personnel again. And really early on, the things that have worked so far tonight for Harlingen South is their passing game was working earlier. Mismatches on the outside with some of those receivers and cornerbacks, throwing it up to Bennett and throwing it up to Delgado as well. Kind of got away from that, and thus I feel like have really kind of settled into more of that rushing attack, which really has not been very positive so far. So interested to see what they end up doing here with 10:34 remaining in the ball game, down 44-10, and see what kind of things they want to work on to get ready for the bye week coming up. Here we go, Quiroz on the handoff, and he's going to power up the middle there, and about a 4, maybe 5-yard pickup for the running back.
Number 11, Emilio Quiroz up the middle.
That's pretty good. For Quiroz,
picks up about
we
3.5
always talk
yards.
He's not the biggest guy out there on the field,
for the
but
Broncos.
He'll take them down. He'll take down the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Is what I think he believes.
Here we go to the right-hand side. Let's go. There he is. Bennett in and out of his hands. He would have caught that one. He had lots of green in front of him to run. But that is the play right there that has been open, I feel. And just a little bit maybe underthrown there, or else Bennett could have had some space to run.
Yeah, he was there, and this might be like the first drop that we can account him for, but I think the defender hit the ball when it reached the hands, but still it was a good throw as it got into Bennett's hands, but the defender made a good play on it.
3rd down and 5, and here we go. Southhawks looking to convert on this 3rd down and 5, and he's going to find Bennett. There he is in open space, catches this one, hauls it in. About 4 or 5 jerseys commence, but he's able to get the first down and much more. There it is. Nice pickup, nice passing catch.
Stop number 48, that's a
remember the first
Southhawk
play. The first play of the game where they got the big, or not the first play, but the first big play where they got the 40, 50 yards. That's the play that I saw.
There you go. Quiroz out of the backfield, catches it, puts his head down.
To number 11,
just tries to run over the Odessa High defender. Gains 2 on that one.
The stop number 17.
He tried to get there, but he tried to run him over. It didn't work out too well, but
2nd and 8.
He still held his ground. He didn't go backwards at all.
All right, 2nd down and 8 coming. Snap quickly. Quiroz now running on the right-hand side. Got a blocker out ahead of him. Finds space. 40 to 35 down to the 32-yard line. What a beautiful run play there. And I tell you what, that was a great job by the offensive line lead blocking.
Harlingen South. First down.
He does a good job making sure his blockers develop first.
On the stop number
and then
48
uses his speed to get away from a couple men until he's taken down in the backfield.
1st and 10 now. Here you go. Torres on the right-hand side. Delgado expected him, I think, to go out towards the sideline. He didn't make that cut. And so he throws it outside, incomplete pass.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of miscommunication. Receiver was thinking curl, quarterback was thinking out route, but it could have ended worse. Could have ended up an interception or a turnover. So this is So you can accept that one.
2nd and 10 now, 9:27 remaining in the ball game. Handoff right up the right-hand side. Nice move there out to the 25-yard line. It's number 34. That's Orlando Muniz.
Down to about the 26-yard line on the stop number 28
runs up into the trenches.
Broncos.
He seems to get a positive gain out of it as they get 6 yards on the carry.
3rd down and 4 coming up. 9:07 remaining in this ball game. 44-10 is your score. For those of y'all staying with us to the end of this broadcast, and Odessa High really firing on all cylinders. Harlan South now offense finally trying to find a groove here, and they're going to try to get what they
Ball
can.
hand off to number 34.
Hand off, gain of about 2 yards on the play. 4th down and about 2 coming up for the Hawks.
Number 48 for the
Broncos. Runs up the middle, tries to make a move and go cut back towards the left side of the field. Can't get away from the defender, and he's taken down.
4th down and 2. They're going quickly. Torres, snap, right-hand side, pitch out. Option, Quiroz trying to get upfield, and he will. Drops his shoulder close to the 1st down marker. Not sure if it'll be enough.
Ball carrier number 11.
We'll wait for the Whitecap decision on this one. And it will. 1st down, Hawks.
And they're going to give it to him. I thought they were going to have to measure this one.
For the Broncos.
It was real close, but they're going to give it to him. 1st and 10.
That's another Harlingen South Hawk. 1st down.
8:27 clock is rolling. 44-10. Hawks trying to make something happen. Lots of confusion there. False start on South Hawks.
I think the quarterback wanted it on the second call, but they jumped on the 1st, and so that's going to be a false start. Now 1st and 15. A little bit more yardage to have to gain on this one.
South Hawks looking, I talked about that spark, I talked about that fight, and this is what, I was talking about from up here in the booth, in that, they're showing some resiliency, showing that they're not going to back down, let down, and I think that's important, especially in a game like this, where you have a team strong like Odessa that comes in here, and yeah, you're getting beat, but, don't give up, stay in the fight, and they are. And here's Quiroz, and he's one of those fighters for sure for Harlingen South, and he runs hard, and you'll pick up some yardage there.
Down to about the 23-yard line on the stop
once again, doing a good job following his blockers. He really does a good job going in the hole that they create, and then he's taken down from behind, which actually pushes him forward a little bit, and it looks like they're going to give him 8 yards on the carry.
8 yards on the carry brings up a 2nd down and 7 for South, and they'll be waiting for the play call from the sideline coming in. David Torres, the field general, gets a command out, and here we go. Wants to pass quickly, and that's in and out of the hands. I think that's Delgado, incomplete pass.
It is Delgado, the number 1 receiver, the number 1 target there. Throws it, and just, like you said, in and out of the hands. Got him, and then the defender was right there. I think he hit him, might have knocked the ball loose out a little bit, and then just ended up becoming a drop.
3rd down and 7 now for the Hawks, and again 7:23, and just really kind of sailing into this 4th quarter here. Anytime that there's an incomplete pass, of course, it stops the clock, and so definitely there's this hope that this game continues to flow. And here we go to Brady Bennett, and wow, he catches it, but number 11 for Odessa just does a great job. Xavier Minhades of just kind of laying in there, and Bennett is down right now. He probably just got the wind knocked out of him. Just a really well-placed hit there on him, but Brady Bennett, he's been all over the place tonight.
Yeah, they threw it up, and just a good job by number 11, Xavier Minhades. We named him earlier. He was the one that got the interception. He did a nice clean hit, got him right in the stomach, and it just kind of flipped him over, knocked the ball loose. I think you're right. It just knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah,
he looks a little shaken up.
You just got it's right in that solar plex, and so you get right there with it, get a shoulder in there, and yeah, you're gonna feel it. So hopefully that's all it is. Hopefully he's okay. But I'll tell you what, Brady Bennett is impressed me tonight. The junior tight end. Yeah, there you go. He got his breath back, jogging off the field. So that's really good. He's impressive. He's an impressive athlete. He's got the size. He's got the toughness, obviously, too. So big things from him coming up. And, of course, him and David Torres, that connection, that's a junior connection there. So they got this year and next year to even refine that connection. And it's something to watch out for sure.
For a big guy, he does have a lot of athleticism that you wouldn't expect. He's not the fastest guy out there on the field, but he's got some speed that he can work with. And, obviously, he's got just pure strength. So that's something to look look forward to next year and later on this year.
4th and 7. David Otis now pressure coming, steps up in the pocket now, scrambles, but here comes more pressure, and that will take him. That's going to turn over on downs here as Odessa High is able to get to the quarterback. And on that 4th down, you know, a lot of times the defense can choose to drop back and prevent, or they can bring the rush, and they brought it that time. The blitz came. Nowhere for David Otis to escape to. And so Odessa High will take over on downs. Impressive drive there for Harlingen South. To me, this is the best drive they've had all second half. And Odessa High definitely doing a great job in tightening up there at the end.
Yeah, for sure. It's the best drive they've had all second half. And you think they got the ball, I'd say, with around 10 minutes, 10:30 left. So a nice three-minute drive. You know, it doesn't sound like a lot, but after what we've been seeing, this was a good progression for them.
Here we go. Some new personnel in for Odessa. Number 12 on that snap there. I don't know if he's a quarterback or that was a Wildcat, but Edward Jimenez reviews his quarterback. So look kind of like Wildcat style.
36.
But definitely do have some new personnel in the game for Odessa High.
Gonzales.
And according to the roster, he also plays linebacker. So it looks like he's more of your Wildcat running back, you know, kind of like just the dual threat. Not really dual threat, but just the rushing quarterback.
All right. 2nd down and 9, 6:40 remaining in the ball game. 44-10. Do want to say that the Broncos have 3 timeouts and the Hawks have 2. Don't really see that those timeouts will really be burned unless absolutely necessary. But either way, number 12 is in at quarterback. Again, that is Edward Jimenez. He's going to hand this one off to his running back off the right-hand side. Goes number 28. I think that's Lara again, right? Lara
ball carrier number 28.
No, I'm sorry, that's Gamboa. We saw Gamboa a while ago.
On the stop, number 7, David Cortez.
He's their second running back for sure. Lara, they brought him out. Decided to make sure to prevent any injuries, and they bring in Gamboa. And he's about the same build.
Yeah,
and if the 6 or if the 8 didn't have that last little stretch, you would think it's Lada out there on the field.
Definitely. Lada, of course, shown quite a bit today. I mean, he's a phenomenal running back, and he's done a good job. But Gamboa definitely got some giddy up also. Those Broncos showing a little bit of depth now, and that they have some depth on their roster and can run at you with some different folks. So here you go, waiting for the snap. And take it, quarterback keeper up the middle. Oh, a nice job there by the defense.
Quarterback keeper number 12.
And just string him out to the sideline. And
on the stop, number 21.
Get pushed backwards, lose a couple.
Moreno.
The quarterback tries to fake the pitch and go up the middle, but he's met there by Isaac Moreno. The safety, he came in from all the way back in the back of the field. He comes in and makes sure the quarterback can't make a move and try to break it off to the outside, taking him to the sideline.
Punt unit coming out for Odessa High. And South set to return this one. They're going to have number 12, Gabriel Perez, ready to return for the South Hawks. Penning this punt right now. So under 5 minutes now, 4:54 remaining. 44-10 is your score. Odessa High well in control of this game so far. Punt will be fair caught by number 12, Perez. And South Hawks will
number
take the
12,
field.
Gabriel
Offense
Perez, fair catch at the...
Frank's Collection Record Shop has a collection of vinyl records that rivals anyone, anywhere. Located in the back of the Antique Emporium on 123rd East Jackson Street, Frank's Record Shop has been delivering the best sounds from any age or style throughout the years. Records, coins, and more. It's Frank's Record Shop when you shop downtown Harlingen.
Bennett is out there as well, and I think Delgado. And so number 34 is deep in the backfield. It's Orlando Muniz, but they're going to give number 10 a shot. That's Ryan Cortez. He'll hand it off. Muniz up the middle. Gain of 4 yards for
ball hand off to number 34, Orlando Muniz up the middle.
And when you see the new quarterback coming,
he's about 4 yards on the play on the stop number 13
week
for the Broncos, second down.
Against McAllen, when it was near in the fourth quarter, and not a lot of pass attempts for Cortez, but when he did have it, he has the arm to get it where he needs to. But you really see a lot of more design runs for him.
Taller quarterback, too, for the Hawks. So definitely hand off there this time. Muniz making a nice move in, then out. And he's going to gain about 9 yards on that. First down for the Hawks. As Muniz does a great job there finding some space.
Number 3 for the Broncos. That is the Harlingen South
side.
First down.
Off the line of scrimmage. Just getting as many yards as possible. Cutting upfield, making some moves. Getting to the first down marker.
1st and 10 now for the Hawks. Ball on the 42-yard line. So they have crossed into Odessa territory, and they will continue going to work. So new personnel in here at wide receiver for the South Hawks as well. giving some of those guys some looks also in preparation for district play. Handoff, Muniz bounces it to the left-hand side. Great job bouncing it outside. Spins taken down, but a gain of 15 yards for the running back, and looking really good there. Finding some green space just outside tackle.
Number 3
Yeah,
for
Muniz, this is the first time we've really gotten to see him in for multiple plays. And like you said, he broke a couple tackles, and he's just really doing a good job making some moves. And last carry was about 9 or 10 yards. This one about 12 or 13. So good job so far.
1st and 10 now, ball on the 28-yard line. Waiting for the snap. We're going to pass this one. He's got a receiver out open, number 2 on the outside. Makes a nice move, gets past the defender. Great pick of about 6 yards for Austin Montalvo.
Down to about the 21-yard
flat
line.
route. There we go again. He makes the throw, rolling off the right.
For the Broncos.
A nice, smart decision, just dumping it off.
It'll be about a 6-yard gain in the play.
Like you said, 6 yards, 5 or 6, so it's going to be second and manageable.
Second down now. Here we go, Muniz up the middle. Puts his shoulders down.
34.
We'll have enough for the first down, and they keep the chains moving.
On the stop number 8.
Muniz really attacking the hole. When he gets the opportunity, he's flying in there, making sure that he gets as many yards as possible and gets that first down.
So number 10, Ryan Cortez, has really been handing off that one pass, but either way, chain's been moving. You're going to hand it off again. Muniz, right-hand side, following a blocker, taken down from behind.
34.
But after a gain of 3 yards.
Yeah, it looked like the Odessa defender was right on him. He was holding his jersey, trying to make sure he doesn't go anywhere, but
the Broncos
didn't do it. Muniz just kept his legs pounding, ended up going from what could have been -2 or -1 to 3-yard gain.
Second down and 8. 2:15 remaining in the ball game. 44-10 again is your score. Broncos well in command over the Hawks today here at Bogus Stadium. And the Hawks, again, new personnel.
Penalty
Also for
markers
Odessa,
on
of
field.
course, new personnel in as well. Trying to give some people some look as both teams get ready for district play. Talking about the Hawks, they'll go into a bye week this next week, and then followed up by their district opener against Los Fresnos, which will be here at Bogus 2 weeks from yesterday. So both teams now kind of tuning up some things. We'll go back and really take all of the pre-district play, take that into account. One thing that I always notice with teams is that regardless of who the opponent is in pre-district play, there's always something left in the tank that they're not showing yet to their district opponent. So definitely going to work on things that have been good and perhaps add a few wrinkles for the next coming weeks. Carry here by Muniz again, and he'll keep the clock running.
The ball carrier number 34 to the right-hand side.
Third and 9, 4 yards. Just off to the right side, trying to make try to get as much space as possible and just go upfield.
For the Broncos.
And you talked about next week, Harlingen South here in 2 weeks, Harlingen South here against Los Fresnos. And Odessa, their first district game is going to be against Permian, and that's also in 2 weeks off of a bye week. So if you're listening from Odessa, their next game is in 2 weeks there at Permian on October 12th.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that is their equivalent, obviously. Oh, here you go. Pass into the end zone. Got a receiver open in the end zone. Touchdown, number 82. Carlos Guajardo. And a beautiful pass there by Ryan Cortez, just finding his receiver open in the back end of that end zone. And the Hawks will put the first points on the board since a long time. They have not done anything in the second half, but, hey, 6 on the board. 44-16 is your score.
And you said Cortez really making a nice throw deep, and just where Guajardo has to create some space, get back, and it lands right in the breadbasket in the corner of the end zone. Good job. Touchdown, and now 44-16 pending this extra point.
Yeah, and we'll wait for this extra point. I was about to say that, here in Harlingen we have the Bird Bowl. The Bird Bowl is Harlingen High versus Harlingen South, and that's the big rival, in-town rivalry. And so Odessa also has their version of that, obviously, between Permian and Odessa High at Ratliff Stadium. So they'll kick off their district play that way. We will finish district play here in Harlingen as Harlingen South takes on Harlingen High, I believe the first Friday in November. So
there's nothing more personal than a homemade quilt, and at GOB Quilts on 102 South 3rd Street in Harlingen, they have everything for a quilter's dreams. Fabrics, tools, threads, and everything else needed for the smallest quilts to the most elaborate imagined. GOB Quilts is a unique source, and it's well worth a stop as you shop downtown Harlingen.
And so that should be good for you Hawk fans who will get to enjoy a little bit of travel. But we're looking on Google Maps earlier, and it's about 8 hours and 21 minutes straight drive from here to there. Now, of course, if you're in a charter bus, it's probably going to add a little bit of time.
Yeah, and if you need to make any stops, I'm pretty sure they're going to have to feed them because it's going to go well past 10 o'clock out there. So.
Yep. So yeah, definitely road trips are fun. Also, I think when you're in high school and even beyond, and definitely a good opportunity. To really, again, we talk about that where these two teams and then the teams that are our district probably are not going to meet. Because a lot of times Odessa Midland, once they hit playoffs, they're going to go through the El Paso teams first, the Lubbock Amarillo teams, and then the Abilene teams before they even see anybody from Central Texas. Same thing for here in the Valley. You're going to go see the Corpus, San Antonio teams before Houston. And so usually if a team from Odessa Midland area, Permian Basin is going to face someone from here, it's going to be in the semifinals of state playoffs.
Oh, yeah, and the regions are totally different. Odessa's Region 1, and here in the Valley we're Region 4. So there's no way unless both teams make the semifinals that they're usually going to see each other. So this is a good test. Yeah, the Valley teams. Just see where we stack up against some of the best in the state.
Yeah. I mean, their district is Midland Lee state champions before, Odessa Permian state champions before. So, they're used to playing some very top caliber. Odessa High, has been successful. Of course, the more well-known has been Permian because of the book and the movie Friday Night Lights. But in their own right, they're a strong team, and of course Midland Lee, other big running backs that come out of Midland Lee, in the past, and so it's just a very traditional winning district. And so just a good look for Harlan South today to be able to take on this Odessa High and really kind of see how you match up against some of the state's best they have to offer. So this is a win, in my opinion, regardless of what the score says at the end of the game. Victory formation for Odessa with 1:08 remaining, and they'll go ahead and kneel this one. And ball game should be finishing up soon, and not any interaction after the victory formation, which is good. Good sportsmanship also today from both sides, and that's been good to see as well.
Yeah, just other than two plays back to back for one of the players, you don't see a lot of unsportsmanlike penalties, which is good. Sometimes in these games, one team gets a little overconfident and tries to show down the other team, but just a good job overall, discipline from both schools, both coaches.
All right, so I think that should be it. That'll be the last snap. And so just want to kind of recap and say thank you for listening to this live audio broadcast. Again, the final score here coming from Bogus Stadium today is going to be 44-17 as Odessa High Broncos ride into Bogus Stadium here in Harlingen, Texas, and take on Harlan South Hawks.
Ladies and gentlemen, big
again, Aaron Saenz and Matthew Cavazos excited to bring you this game from the booth, and we'll be back in 2 weeks to bring the first district game, Harlan South versus Los Fresnos. So 44-17, your final score here today. And for all of those who stuck with us throughout this broadcast, thank you. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. Thank you.